Here we are. Hello, everyone. Welcome on in. We are here for another episode of Chasing Embers. If you want to hop right into the recap, Scott, feel free.
Okay, well, last time, previously,
Mm.
the party approached the stone wall leading to the Underdark waypoint within the cave, and upon Helena being recognized, they are promptly let in. She claims they're transporting furniture rather than the brazier. Brazier, not brazier. And and head in with the horses and cart left together with Itella. Cohen, Helena, and later Sar visit Helena's parents' place, and fill them in with what's going on, including about how the blade between assassins are after them, which led to them suggesting that they speak to Vintir, the quartermaster. Her parents give more information about what to expect to encounter when heading north, such as lycanthropes, but there are dwarves to the western mountain range that will likely have silvered weapons to trade to help with that. They speak to the quartermaster and learn of the blade between assassins, in addition to a myth amongst them, speaking of a blazing demise. Um, sorry. A myth amongst them of the blazing demise that speaks of fiery decimation of their order upon completing a specific contract. Also, if he were heading north, he would focus on stealth. He further translated the hidden note that their party had recovered from the assassins. The note speaks of a double reward if they finish the job, and if failed, the scouts observing them will inform the next group of who the primary threats are. They rest for the night, and in the morning, Sar had a burning in his head that brings him to the brazier, which to him seemed to have an eye on it until he unveiled it to be sure that the brazier is indeed there. After breakfast and some talking, this is where we return to the party, with a plan to head north after finishing off in this area. And I keep trying to say brazier rather than brazier.
Also, to be fair, technically, a brazier is furniture. It's functional furniture. It just
Indeed.
happens to be magically
A
enchanted
bit more,
and
yes.
like a legendary artifact of furniture.
Hmm.
Also, we're missing a player in the game, which I think is very funny. So somebody forgot to join. I'm sure you'll figure out who you are soon enough. I would like to pick up like right as you guys are like packing to leave. So this is maybe like 5 minutes from when we ended last time. As you guys like you talk to Ventir and get that final bit of information from that little piece of note, and you come out and there's another cart, the replacement cart that had been promised to you guys, and you guys it's just kind of left there for you guys to use. You guys could just transfer the brazier over into the other cart without too much issue. Um, as you guys are like sort of doing so, are you guys are going to leave like pretty much immediately after that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I will say,
Make the most of the day, yeah.
by my understanding, you guys had been in dealing with Ventir, asking him those questions, and Helena went to go talk to her parents. So she was going to go say goodbye, basically, like
Oh,
bye
sure.
and leave. So
Yeah.
that is what we're going to focus on while you guys are now moving the brazier to the cart. So, I'm so sorry. Lord,
Some distant thunder is heard.
God, it would be like a low rumble underground, wouldn't it? Kind of spooky.
Well,
Yeah. What's up?
no, I was going to say something Corwin would want to discuss with the group after the whole horn message.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe was that actually spelled out in the recap? Exactly what the horn message said about going after the casters and
Going
all
after
that
the
stuff.
casters, double reward, and
Right.
if you fail, the scouts will report who the real threat is.
So it seems like we sort of talked about it maybe before the session started a little bit, where we think there's probably a scout, someone watching
Mhm.
every battle that we have.
That would be
And
based on that note. That would be a logical assumption. Yeah.
right, exactly. Um, would it be practical for us to try to design, I don't know, a combination of Helena as a rogue and Dribbly as a flying drake to actually kind of, devise a plan to capture the scout so that they don't get news of the next ambush, the next fight? After we're done killing everybody, if we have the scout as well, then we're preventing
I mean,
news from getting back to.
the
So,
best with the information you have, the best you can do is look out for them. Like, you haven't seen
right,
them before, which means at the least they're better at stealthing than you are at passively perceiving.
right. And I guess now that I'm thinking about it, because what I'm really kind of suggesting is that Helena is stealthing while we're not, so that she could capture the scout or take care of the scout. But that's not really practical, I guess, if we're
Mm-mm.
moving by
Yeah.
cart
Super
and
not
so
Right.
practical.
That would slow
right,
her
But
right,
down.
also, I
right.
want to note that Helena is not with you guys. You guys are at the cart loading the brazier. She's off with her
Mhm.
parents.
Right.
So it's a conversation
Right.
you can have with her when she gets back, anyways.
Gotcha.
Well, it would slow her down in walking, but also now that we know that there's somebody out there looking, we can all pay more attention.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ixar, just quickly on this note, can I do maybe a just sort of base intelligence check for based on my history of sort of trying to be a sneaky deaky
Sure.
amongst these sort of situation of sort of a just loose understanding of how many atypical methods rather than just seeing with one's eyes organizations might have of
Hmm.
this sort of thing.
Gonna seem a little weird.
Mm.
Give me a history check.
Okay,
You know what they really need is knowledge criminology. That's what they
yeah.
need.
Oh, not great.
I don't think you really. I mean, you can't really think of anything beyond just someone there actually watching you guys. For the moment, maybe something will come to you later.
Yeah. In which case, yeah, that seems right. I'm all for keeping an eye out for people and hunting down people.
Fair enough.
Seems sensible.
So what's up?
I don't know how to handle. I kind of something just came to me, and I don't know if I should ask for like an insight check or something because I want to ask a question, but don't think I should get the answer necessarily. Like maybe we have something on us that is spying on us passively that we're not aware of. Like maybe, the communication device, maybe it's wide open and it's actually able to know, and that's so. But I
That's
don't
how
want
we
to
know
ask that
where
question
we
without
are all the
rolling something.
time.
What's that?
That's how they know where we are all the time. But my
Maybe.
thought was, oh my gosh, they must have a bird or something following us because we
Actually,
wouldn't notice that.
that's actually probably a much simpler explanation. Really. Yeah, well, that makes total sense. I guess out of character, we're having this conversation without,
Yeah.
doing it in character, but we're actually having it in character.
Yeah.
So,
So I was wanting to sort of work out whether or not my in character person would think of these things. It's yeah.
yeah,
Definitely something
exactly.
to like delving too far into it. You guys might want to wait until you're on the road.
Fair, yeah.
Mm.
That being said, I think we
Where's
can
Helena?
sort of cut to Helena like at the door, sort of like you're at your front door and your parents are kind of talking to you, and I think at this point, like your friends can kind of see that you're, especially the highly perceptive one, can see ones. The two of the three can see that you're like at the door with your parents, which is like usually the sign that like, oh, you're getting I was gonna say carted off, like ushered off is the term I wanted. Although soon you'll be carted off, as you'll be sitting on the back of the car. But yes, so they're sort of final farewells and ushering you off, and as the two highly perceptive individuals, the druids. Um, Actually, hold on. I forgot Corwin's perception was so high. So all of you notice that she's there at the door with her parents. I have to I have to ask this question. You guys are all very good at hearing. Are you guys going to listen in? Or are you going to intentionally try and not listen
Um,
I don't know.
after last night, me listening in just sort of led to me sort of um, uh, jumping through the doors so as to not seem like some suspicious creep sitting outside the door. I'm going to intentionally and very obviously try not to listen in.
in?
If Corwin could passively just hear it, he wouldn't walk away to not hear it. So
That's
he
kind
would
of the
listen.
scenario. You guys all
Yeah.
hear well enough and are close enough. You're going to hear this conversation unless you try not to hear it. So I'm asking before I say anything.
Actually, I think I'm too busy talking to the horses. I mean, I see that she's there. Oh, we're almost ready to go, so I'm talking to the horses.
Probably a scenario where you hear it but you don't register it,
Correct.
which is fair.
So yeah, I'll actually be with Atella chatting with the horses. So I'll go over and just sort of like help, uh, sort of basically be air quotes combing the horses without a comb.
A brush. You brush them.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
Practicing
brushing,
husbandry.
Well, then I'm just picturing a giant
Sorry.
comb with, like on the mane of a horse.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so Helena, your dad's speaking up first. Now, don't you go getting lost in the shadows up there and forget about us, okay? I know you're off to do something dangerous, and I'd like to think I'll see you again soon. But maybe I won't. So, take this. A little something for my days as a guard. And he wraps a thick black cloak around your shoulders, and he kisses your forehead. And from behind him, your mom, I was gonna say his mom, that'd be weird. Your mom uh, steps from like from the doorway, and she goes, she smiles at you, and she goes, "Our little Helena Portobello Hellgate, off to change the world, one legally questionable decision at a time. I, we trust that we'll see you again." She leans in and hugs you, and then nods for you to join your friends, excuse me. She's like, "Yeah, go, you can go."
So I like say goodbye and stuff, and I tell him I'll bring him something cool back before I leave.
I like to imagine you're like, "I'll bring you something cool back," and you're like walking backwards, you know how you do, and you're like about to turn, and you see your dad. He like pats like below his chest, and he mouths "secret pocket" as he's like patting right here, and he motions towards the cloak.
What did he say?
Secret pocket.
Oh,
Like you need another one of those.
Right. But yeah, you've got yourself this like nice thick black cloak, and you can head back to the trio of delinquents. I think with that, you guys are now ready to head out.
Yeah, so we're just gonna get in the do the cart thing again. Like, I
Mhm.
guess I'll be riding Dribbly, and maybe one or two people can be in the cart or something like that.
Yeah. I will say you get the indication that it is probably a magical cloak that you can attune to. Um,
I think I'm gonna like keep that in mind, but not check it out till we're walking.
Fair.
The pocket.
Oh, fair. Yeah. So you guys start to head on out.
Oh, when she walks up, I just go, "Oh, nice cloak."
Thanks, I just got it.
Yeah.
Thanks, it has pockets. I do think you notice it's a reversible cloak. The outside, that is the current like section that is outside is like really dark black fur cloak. The interior, however, is similarly like black, but it has like there's it's lined with gold and like dark purple accenting. Uh, so the interior at this point, it is reversible again. The interior sort of denotes it as the warden's cloak, but the exterior just looks like a plain black cloak. Would be kind of the best way to word that. It's nice. It's warm. It's thick.
Mhm.
And you guys can head out and potentially have a discussion. As you guys were you were discussing about discussing.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, so we're heading out the same way that we came in, are we?
So
I
you kind
assume.
of head out the same way and you go north instead of
Right.
south to where you came from. Because it was like a ravine that passed through and this was
Yeah,
in the
indeed.
wall of the
But it's
ravine.
that same sort of crevasse, that spirally dark crevasse that we're heading out of.
Correct.
Mhm. I guess should we travel, like at a more perceptive rate, or should we just kind of keep traveling, expecting an eventual ambush?
I think we should expect an ambush pretty much all the time, so we always have someone, on watch. But the sooner we get rid of this, the better.
Yeah.
Well, apologies to stream. You guys can keep chatting. I'm trying to remember how to pop out Discord chat, and I'm failing miserably. So this is gonna mess up stream. Feel free to keep talking.
Oh, but yeah, so we've been resting for a bit, which is great and all. Like, we've got a new cart and all that, but it does mean that this ambush that we've just got rid of, like, as
Once we go over.
the
Yeah, right.
quartermaster said, they're just going to be coming at us with more and more just information as time goes on. So,
Mhm.
based on our last fight with them, what was that? Like, okay, that was only yesterday.
Technically, that was yesterday, correct?
Yeah.
But this is our chance to sort of gain some ground, and because let's assume that they did have that scout go back, it's going to be a back and forth. So we've got a hopefully I don't know where they've got their nodes, but hopefully we've got a little bit of time if we make a decent amount of speed.
Unless they have a ring like we do.
That is true. That does sound likely as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if they're using animals to watch us, then it's limitless. The animals can just
Mm-hmm.
communicate with each other over miles in
Oh,
minutes.
yep.
So we I think, when you really kind of boil it down, I think we're just always being watched. So maybe we should just, like Itella said, get rid of this thing. Let's just get it to the finish line.
Yeah. Though,
We had some choices of whether to go get some silver weapons. I think we also had maybe 3 different paths northwise to choose from. One being the weapons, but I don't remember.
yeah, if I recall correctly, there's Helena's parents told us that there's mountains to the east and west, and a route in between them, but that's likely to have all these lycanthropes and all sorts of other things along that route. And even the quartermaster said that if doing anything to keep close to the mountain range.
Did he?
To
be fair, he said a lot of things.
He did.
he said a lot of things, yeah.
Does that kind of effectively equate to
but if we want to think about doing some trades, because it's not about money for the dwarves, it's specifically trades, that's got to be the western mountain range, if I recall correctly.
Is that something we want to do?
I think so. I think we need those weapons.
Yeah, if you're gonna.
That's one vote for. How does Sar and Helena feel about going to the west to the dwarves?
I think she would agree.
What was that?
You agree?
So
So that's 2 votes for.
can I do a brief? I guess it would be a history, just because I've never met dwarves unless it's sort of rogue ones trying to sneak off the continent.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's like.
Can I do a loose history check of what my expectations of where dwarves' allegiances and whatnot might lie?
Yeah, you can go and give me a history check. I will say it's not like you've never met dwarves. I think it's more you've never met dwarves in a non, like, oh, you're just passing by a person, or they're running away and you're carting them off the continent. Like, those are the only 2 capacities you've met them in, and one of them is barely meeting at all. It's like, just passing by.
And that fits my history check.
Yeah, so I don't think you would have any knowledge on that topic. No.
So yeah, I think it's worth a shot. They seem to be very cautious of us just going straight north.
Yeah, just dangerous open
I'm
plains.
hoping that there's a good reason behind that.
However true this may be, you definitely got the idea that at the least it's just, dangerous open plains. But it sounds like it's dangerous whichever direction you go, so
Right.
it's just kind of you choosing your danger,
We're in
right?
danger, so.
Yeah. At least if we
ultimately.
head towards where dwarves might be, we might be able to have another sort of downtime like we just had here. With
That's
the
true.
bed.
Yeah, find a place to sleep. Pay extra to sleep in their barn or something.
Yeah.
Or pay to sleep in their barn, I should say.
Corwin's inclined to vote the same to everybody go to the west, so that would be 3 to 4. But he's also inclined to vote last. So you guys just know Corwin well enough that you understand that without him having said any of that. But no, I mean, I do agree. I think we should just go to the west, or as opposed to, I guess east is an option too. But I think
East definitely. Just as a reminder, because for your characters this was yesterday, but for you guys, the players, this was 2 weeks ago. So just as a reminder, the one direction has the lycanthropes and the place to possibly get silvered weapons. The other just has the lycanthropes.
Okay.
Oh, was it east? Sorry, say again.
I think east is the silver weapons and lycanthropes. West is lycanthropes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
but
I got it
ultimately West
backwards. I
leads
thought
to
it was
dwarves.
west. Yeah.
Well, we can't get any silvered weapons here.
Nah,
Mm.
I think we asked. But also, don't
You
we
do.
all have magic weapons?
You do have magic weapons.
I think of all of us, um, with weapons and spells, Sar would be the best bet against a single lycanthrope.
Sure.
But if they start coming as a pack, who the heck knows what will happen?
That's fair. I mean,
That's the real world in D&D.
right.
Yeah.
To give you like the briefest of summaries.
Mm.
And I might have this flipped. I don't remember offhand. You know, one direction you've got lycanthropes. One direction you've got lycanthropes, but also a place you can get silvered weapons, which may or may not aid you in that endeavor. And down the center, you've got giant, terrifying, dire monsters, dire beasts specifically. So it's just you're picking. Once you get out of this ravine, you're picking which path like you want to take. All
Who do we want to play with?
Yeah.
in either
Hold on.
case, there had been mention that there are little tiny little towns, like little villages, sort of spotty all over the place. How much of that you guys wrote down is
Something else that the quartermaster did tell us, like when asked how he would travel north, is he would go about just stealthing as much as possible.
Mm.
and hugging them out.
Yeah. And sort of on that note, I'm just going to so I'm going to based on loose descriptions, I would assume something maybe like that of these are like peaks of mountains. And
Yeah, roughly.
yeah, like no specifics at all.
Yeah.
And and it's on the eastern one somewhere. There's like the
Adjusting it a
okay,
bit.
further.
Yeah, just further up.
And it's on the eastern one somewhere that there's the
This is
like dwarven stuff. Dwarven banana.
delightful. So this can be removed. Take your so it is flipped. It's on the other side with the dwarves. That's
Sure. Which I think is what you said last time. The western side.
yeah. I am terrible with east and west, so it was definitely more a not remembering which direction is which.
About
Yeah,
port and starboard.
that's relatively close to what we're talking about. It's not working. It's wild. Anyway, that's relatively close to what we're talking about.
Yeah, and it's only sort of loose talk because that's all we've had thus far. We've not had
I mean, that's all any of it's ever
accurate
been.
map depictions or anything like that. It's just
Yeah, the distances
hey,
aren't
sort of
accurate.
over. Yeah,
It's like, roughly that way,
Mm.
Over yonder.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's almost
sounds
like
good.
five. It's like older video games, like five, like a map segment. It doesn't mean there's not space between each separate map segment. That's kind of the vibe we're going for.
Pokemon maps. Yeah,
Right.
like
It's also important to note that the actual topography isn't super exactly right either, but which doesn't help the situation. So, it's all rough estimates
It gives the
Anyway.
feel. But yeah, so I'll say. So, yeah, we're going to be heading north anyway. The dwarves, we have no reason to assume that they're going to be in league with the people trying to kill us. So we might as well head up the western way, right?
Sounds
Mhm.
good.
Yep.
Tally ho.
All that being said, as a point of clarification and a thing to note is the people giving you that advice don't know what equipment you actually have. So they're just like, hey, head over, get some silvered weapons to fight werewolves like a normal person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They don't necessarily know that you do or do not have magical weapons.
Yeah.
Right.
But when it comes to that, whether or not we do or do not have to actually do a trade,
Mm-hmm.
if it means that we get a safer rest than just being
Sure.
on the side of a road, that's still a benefit.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Sure. Yeah. So, as you guys are sort of like traveling through the ravine, are you checking out this cloak over there, Helena?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So it is a relatively long ravine, and I imagine the course of this conversation, plus coming out of the little the little hole, if you will, the little tunnel, from the Underdark, like this whole journey up through here and then out the ravine. You're not out the ravine quite yet. It's just like a little over an hour because you guys did have to go a little ways down. Um,
I think based on what you'd said previously, it would probably take about an hour and a half,
yeah.
including exiting the
So to
Underdark.
say, it's been a little over an hour, but you're not technically out of the ravine yet. You're like 10 minutes out from the edge when this is occurring, which is her, presumably, unless I'm misinterpreting, are you attuning to this cloak? Was that a yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you're attuning to this cloak, I think one thing you'll notice is you can't find the pocket. So you end up like attuning to the cloak, and then you find the pocket. And the short version of the little hidden pocket is that only a creature wearing and attuned to the cloak can see it. Very nice little pocket. But I'm sending this directly to you. Um, a bunch of little information about it.
Suitable size for one rifle and 6 packs of gunpowder.
It'd be great if a rifle fit in that pocket. It's not going to, but it'd be great. But yeah, you are now attuned to this fancy little cloak. Enjoy. So I will give you a moment to sort of eyeball that. You like reach into this like little dimensional pocket. So you guys are going up and northwest, towards the general location of the dwarvesies.
Yeah.
Dwarves.
That being said, you do still have to cross some level of plains to get there. And as you guys had been informed, the plains are rife with dangerous, dire beasties. As you guys continue north and are reaching.
I wonder if I could tame one for a pet. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's not impossible.
Don't try and hug the wolves that are eating us.
Yeah. Okay.
This hardly seems like the time.
Mhm.
Excuse me. Yeah, as you guys are progressing north, you are reaching the very edge of the ravine. Going
Be on
forward,
extra
once you
guard.
say again.
We should be on extra guard. We're
Okay.
It seems like a perfect ambush spot.
Sure.
Does indeed.
I think, to be honest, while Helena was sort of attuning to her new cloak and whatnot.
Mhm.
So would definitely have been on high alert with all the ambush spots, considering of how we
Mhm.
arrived.
Fair. So everybody give me a perception check.
Mhm.
Everybody who's, on watch and actually looking out, which sounds like everyone but Helena.
Yep.
I could
Well,
be
hey,
wrong. That's
sir,
up to Helena.
you have rolled really low twice already. Let's leave that here. There we go. He just needed a pep talk.
Yo, it's perception. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of the word.
Okay. I've got some awesome news.
Sorry, wow.
And by awesome news, I mean uh you don't see any kind of ambush as you guys are heading out of this ravine.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys continue forward, give me half a second to fix a tiny mistake on this map. You guys come out and like you don't see anybody. There's nobody on the road in front of you. There's no like traps on the ground, especially Sar. Like you're like looking. You don't see any more bear traps like that last time. Nothing like that.
Yes.
But on a unfortunate note, as you guys are traveling, hello,
Hmm.
there we go. I dragged you over and then it didn't move. Put yourselves where you are, like in order. I think we were still talking about Helena like sitting with her legs dangling off the back of the cart.
Let me pop out my. There we go.
Hi.
Okay, card.
I think I would probably be about there.
Well, this is copy and pasted from a previous map, so it might be close
Yeah.
to where you guys want to be anyway.
Indeed.
Oh, that makes me look like I'm sitting on his head.
I mean, Korun would be mounted wonderfully otherwise, but as soon as he's not, that's where he would be.
Fair
basically.
enough. Yeah. I've got all right, so before I mess that up again. That's not how oh my god, I spelled horse wrong. Horse.
I dread to think.
Horse.
Who's dragging the cart? If not horse?
I should just be able to use this riding horse because it's only your mental stats that change to you guys. So yeah, as you guys are coming forward, you don't even see the like the people who actually shoved them off, but these two logs come tumbling off the edges as you guys reach this. Can I move you guys? As you guys reach this point here. Everybody except Helena, including the horses, need to give me a dex save.
Just wondering how horses give a dex save, but okay.
They probably jump, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
Tribly. The
Yep.
13.
I am between the horses. It would be hard for me to duck anything.
Alrighty, and given the positioning, the horses and Iatella are going to take slightly less damage. As the logs lose some momentum, barreling through everybody else. And they are delightfully spiked logs.
Joy!
So, if I can make this
They
work.
think of everything, don't they?
Player token. Technically speaking, they're going to be right here and right here at this point.
A brand new cart.
Yeah.
So this is for Corwin and Sar. Corwin succeeded. Corwin will take half damage. Corwin, you take 7 damage. Sar, you take 14.
Ouch.
Alrighty.
Horse and horse both fail. 6 damage. And finally, Itella, who is next to horse and thus behind horse, it's going to take 5 damage.
How about Dribbly?
Dribbly, where's the roll? 13, that's a failure. So Dribbly will take 6 damage. Alright, horse. Moved on from the horse. How much HP does horse have?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
13. Okay.
Are
So-
these the same horses?
Yeah, they're the same ones as before. Both horses are now at 7 HP, if Itella probably wants to keep track of that. And roll initiative, everybody. Don't forget to click on your tokens. We knew it was coming. It was only a matter of time.
Can he do this again?
Okay.
Wow. God. Man. Mm.
Holy cow. It's better than yesterday, huh? Okay.
Hmm.
Mm.
Oh, plenty of time to plan.
There you.
Alrighty. So with your passive perception, I think you would have seen like the shiny golden head of a guy like out of the corner of your eye as the boulders come tumbling down and slam into you guys. You would have seen that here. Let me just pop this guy up to the proper layer. He's got like 3/4 cover at this point as he pushed the boulder off, not boulder, log off and then dropped down. So you can still sort of see the upper part of his body. And there's one over here on the other side of the ravine. They have like half cover. They have half cover. There.
I am so sorry. I forgot the number you said.
Oh, for the horses, they're both at 7 hit points.
7 was the right number. I didn't know if it was it took 7 or had 7. Okay. Okay. Now I'm trying to make a decision here. Okay.
By the way, while we're just doing this, these bits of ravine next to us, how tall are they?
They're I think this one to the north of you guys is probably like 15 feet high, and this one to the south of you guys is like 11, 12.
Okay.
So it's sort of like angled.
Yeah, sort of like more or less a 45-degree angle.
Sure, yeah. It is your go, however, Itella.
Yes. Did I see the golden head?
Yeah, you do see like the probably like shoulders up as these guys are sort of like crouched.
Sure.
Here, if you see my ping, up here, and then
I know I am
down
not on the map. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm sorry. I am back to the map. Go.
over here,
Over. I don't see you at all.
ping. I'm on the wrong layer again.
I see this guy. Okay.
I was pinging on the wrong layer. I don't know why it lets you do that. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ping to myself on the GM layer where no one can see it but me. How did what?
Yeah, really. Okay.
Definitely isn't how it used to be. I don't know why that got changed with their like 2 updates ago. Anyway, so yeah, you see a guy up there and you see a guy on the other side.
Okay. I'm okay. I haven't decided what I'm doing. Just hold on 2 seconds. Okay, more than 2.
Hmm.
I just unplugged my
Okay, I
headphones.
got it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Why do I keep doing that lately? Spartan didn't used
What?
to do that. Unplugging my headphones.
Mm. Okay. I go, Roka Poka, no! And I do a hail of pebbles at the guy that I can see.
To the north or to the south?
I don't know what
Technically, like
direction
5
that is.
feet closer to the one to the south.
Oh, am I? I don't see the one to the south. I only see one of them, so on the map.
This one right here.
Oh, God. He's under the turn order!
He's hiding.
Okay, so yeah.
Amazing.
The one under the turn order, yes.
Alrighty.
I'm
Well,
very high back there.
unfortunately for you, we have a held action from a sniper that you don't
No.
see. So he's gonna shoot at you at advantage.
Yes.
Uh,
And miss.
24.
Hmm.
Damn.
Let me double check.
That's not a miss.
No, I think it makes more sense he'd do end of action. So this happens after your spell. My
Okay.
mistake. So your spell goes off. The target must make 3 dexterity saves. Right? Because it's 3 fistfuls, so that's
Mm-hmm.
3 dex saves, 2d4 for each failure. 3 dex saves from this guy. 1, 2, 3.
Mm.
2 failures and 1 success. So you're gonna do 4d4 bludgeoning damage to start. Just roll 4d4. That'll be the easiest way to do it. Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
damn.
nice.
He made me mad.
All right, now roll 2d4, and this one will be halved because this was the successful save. Two from that one. He's like, there's a bunch of pebbles shooting at this guy. And then after that, the sniper shoots at you, and I'm going to need you to make a con save as the crossbow bolt strikes you.
Was it the opposite guy who's shooting?
Wow.
Nice.
Was it,
Yeah, nice.
Oh, what's with all of these Itella crits?
thanks for that,
Keep it up.
Merlin. You reminded me I needed to pop this guy out. Now that he's fired, he is prone, laying on the ground with his crossbow over the ledge. If you had managed to see that, it would have just looked like a twig sticking off the side of the ravine.
Mm.
But now he fired at your throat, trying to disable your ability to speak and probably breathe. Wait, where is it? There we go. That is 4 piercing damage plus his sneak attack. Where is it? Wait, oh, come on now. So you take.
Does it not need to attack roll?
It did. It's up there.
It was up there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he got the
Oh,
24.
it was that. It was before all that jazz.
15 piercing
Okay, so
damage as this like
15.
grazes your throat, which even grazing the throat is gonna hurt a lot. But
Yeah.
you succeeded on the save, so you your ability to perform verbal components is not impacted. It sure as heck would have if that was a failure.
Does not mean it won't hurt though.
Oh yeah, it hurts. Like you got a gouge of flesh out of your throat right now.
Yikes.
Do you want to move at all?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
As a is it bonus action?
Potentially.
I'm going to heal one of the horses because we cannot go on with hurt horses.
Oh, you want to use healing word? You can't cast 2-leveled spells
No.
like that.
No, a pot of honey. Can I just pour it on?
Oh, you want wait, what? I don't know what you're trying to do.
Okay,
The goal is to heal the horse. I'm not understanding the how.
I have oh.
You just use
Never
a potion of
mind.
healing?
Never mind. A pot of honey is nourishment for 5 days. It is not healing. Sorry. Wrong item. The only other choice I would have is a healing potion.
Would that work?
Healing potion would work on a horse, but it would take an action because it's an action to deliver a potion to someone else, a bonus action to take it yourself.
Yeah.
Ah, got it. Okay. All right.
And I assume you want to stay there because you want to protect the horses.
Yes.
Don't forget that you're now upset and bleeding. You do have Wrath of Nature if you decide you want to use that. Again, reminding because it's been a long time. Kind of spotty on playing. Helena, it's your turn, and these two spiky logs just slammed into the horses and your friends. What do you want to do? You're muted.
I would have had to remember it when we first rolled to do the one thing, right? The first thing.
Oh gosh, speaking of which.
Oh, you're talking about the ability on the cloak, right?
Yeah.
Let me just double check a thing here. Yeah, that one is only works on when you roll initiative. So you wouldn't oh, I see. Okay, yeah. You can also do so as an action. So you either do it when you roll initiative or as an action on your turn.
Is it like one person at a time or anybody within 30 feet of me?
And creatures of your choice within 30 feet. Just any number. It's just the maximum is 5. Like the maximum number each one can receive is 5.
Okay. So, is anybody not within 30 feet of me?
No, everybody's within 30 feet of you. The whole party. And the horses and the dragon. Everybody's here.
Oh, so I need to pick people though.
I mean, yeah. It's up to 5, so you could do yourself, your 3 party members, and the Drake, if you wanted, and that would be 5 people. And 25 divided by 5 is 5. So it'll work if that's what you wanted to do.
Do I think that they're gonna keep hitting the horses, or was it just originally?
I think it's one of those scenarios where you would probably assume if you guys try to run, they will keep shooting the horses. If you guys try to fight, they're going to shoot you.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it for all the party members.
All right, so yeah, your fancy new cloak, the like gold trimming on the inside like faintly glows, and that's gonna grant 5 temporary hit points to your whole party. Does that include the Drake?
Yeah.
All right, so all of you now have 5 temporary hit points that last for an hour or until depleted, and that is your action. Oh, you're a rogue. You could try to hide under the cart as a bonus action. Up to you.
Yeah. As long as I can still like see to them.
To your allies or to the enemies?
The enemy.
I mean, when the time comes, like next round or whatever, you could just pop your head out and assess then if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a stealth check because you're gonna bonus action hide, and let's see what you get.
There it is.
Wow, she's gone.
Oh my goodness. We all have skills, huh?
All right, Helena just fades into the darkness below the cart. Sar.
Okay, so what I'm currently thinking is the info that we've been told about this, how they're going to be learning more and more about us, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm wanting to do right now, in particular, is right now nothing is too outrageous. Like no one's hurting too bad and whatnot.
Pretty middling right now, yeah. Damage has been
I'm
done.
going to. I don't have this prepped, but I'm going to wild shape into a brown bear.
Oh, all right. Action to wild shape. Sure.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And...
I'm not gonna lie. It looks like a chow puppy more than a brown bear,
Yeah.
but that's cute.
Indeed. Hey, I'm always cute.
Fair. Fair.
And I'm at the very least going to run up here next to the guy that just threw this down at me.
Like,
and the horse on
clamber
this
your
side.
way up the wall. Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me give you control and editability of a brown bear real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much all going to be the same, except like your mental scores will change to your own.
Yeah.
But that is as an action. Would you like to give me to give you a token for it?
That wouldn't hurt, but
because as nice as the drawing is,
unless
it's
you
going
want
to be
this
hard.
mouse drawing of a big puppy.
It's going to be hard to control that because when you move it, it'll come apart and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Easy either way. And the one thing that I'm trying to remember is when you wild shape, can you do like that takes your action, but
that is an action, so you can't attack this round.
Yeah.
That's correct. Well, plain little brown bear.
Lovely.
Just oops, I deleted Sar. Get back here. Here, maybe I do it this way. Oh gosh.
And yes. Go away, Scribbles. Oh no, then I deleted Sar.
Control Z.
Sar, come back. There we go.
Marvelous. And we'll just I'll say like Sar is like there but not there.
Yeah, indeed.
So I think that's technically all you can do because you wild shaped into the bear, so that's your action.
Yeah, and it's wild shaping like this is not something I commonly do unless it's to sort of be into a mule or something.
Fair.
Like in the heat of combat, that's not a common thing. So even if there was a potential of me doing something, I wouldn't know.
Just splashed coffee at my nose. Hot coffee. You deleted yourself. Well, I deleted you, and then you deleted you, and now you're not in the turn tracker. You had a 21.
Oh, Yes.
I can fix that.
If I re-roll again, right?
No, I can fix it easier. Add turn.
Oh, okay.
21. Okay.
Does anyone else want a shot at deleting me before we're done here?
Yeah, this guy, he's gonna whirl around and swing his sword. I mean, he draws his sword, like, I mean, it's one definite thing to note is this guy's a cultist, not an assassin. He has the slagged plate armor, and the longsword that like immediately ignites as he draws it, and he swings it down on you in your bear form. That's probably a miss, I think.
Bear form, AC 11, so it's
really?
a hit.
I thought it was
Yes.
14 for some reason.
Oh, I see.
At least the brown bear that rolled 20 pulled up.
Wow. 9 damage.
Yeah, but yeah, brown bear is not light on its HP.
No, they're not.
That's the thing. Not high AC, but not shoddy HP, which I honestly didn't even consider at that point. I was just thinking, let's throw them off their game.
Right. Did somebody hurt this guy?
No,
Which one?
to the north.
Oh, north, no.
Okay. I was
Somebody
like,
got
wait, that's
pebbles.
not right.
Somebody got a hail of pebbles.
That was the guy to the south.
South.
So I
The
need to
one
find
like
out.
touching the edge of the map, or the one who sniped, the one who popped out.
What was the question?
I think you answered it basically, but the one who popped out, he reacted to the other guy getting shot.
Yeah, correct.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, no. This guy up to the north didn't take damage. The guy to the south took damage, and somebody within 60 feet of him took fire damage, so he can heal for 1 hit point. I just gave it to the wrong guy.
Who just took fire damage? Just curious.
The bear.
Okay.
Well, Sar the now bear.
Yeah.
The Nowl
Right.
bear?
I'm thinking I want to use this actually. The since he took fire damage, I guess I can move 15 feet. So I'm gonna move closer to him as my choice. So let's behave. My map is getting a little. So I guess I would maybe go here. That's about 15 feet, I think, or I guess maybe here because it's more like toward him.
Yes, I believe that is the case.
And I guess that's my reaction, right? Or I don't know that it even.
It doesn't
spells
take
it
a
out.
reaction. You can just
Okay.
do it.
Okay, then that's it, and I'm tracking the how far I moved because I can only move so far. I can only do that so much. Okay.
Fair. Okay.
Pardon the interruption.
Oh,
You all just suddenly see Corwin like I guess like turn into flame almost and just move 15 feet because it's a red dragon strider's cloak that causes that to happen.
Yep. You can't see this guy, so
So that one fire damage Bear Star took, well worth it.
seems like it.
For one fire damage to get a extra movement.
And this guy's gonna switch what he's taking aim against this person for, and that's his turn. Now the guy that you guys can see is going to start taking aim against Itella again. All right, this guy down south is going to. Okay, I'm on the wrong way. Slide down the ravine. Dash over to Itella. Dash is in run, not dash is in the action. Just to be clear. And he's gonna make a swing.
So he's going to go over a spiky log and a horse to get to me.
Oh, it's more of an angle. Oh, I think the problem is you're like in the middle of a. Okay, I see. Yeah, he'll step over the
I'm
log.
between them.
He'll step over the log. So now he's in
Oh,
front
no
of the
problem.
horse, which isn't necessarily the best idea, but that's what he
It's
did.
not.
Pulls out flaming sword, swings at Itella, and misses terribly.
Okay, before you go any farther, flaming sword in front of a horse's space.
Yeah. Fair point. That is a fair point. Give me a sec. Zoop. Oh yeah, he startles the horse, which is gonna rear back and slam its hooves down at him. Roll,
Yeah, that was
please.
not the smart choice.
Did not hit, but that is what occurred. Corwin, it's your turn.
Really? Oh my God! Can you believe I wasn't prepared? Um. Okay. I guess really what I was just thinking of doing. The sniper who popped out. I'm gonna go ahead and hunter's mark him. So that's my bonus action, and takes a slot, and so that's giving me that good stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at him a couple times with my weighted arrows. Not a beast or a giant, right?
Nope. This guy to the left, right? The guy that ran
Yes.
over and just got hooved in the direction of by the horse, or the sniper.
Not the sniper.
Got it. I missed
on
the
this
word
guy.
sniper. I just heard guy,
Yes.
so I wasn't sure which one you meant.
Right.
But that's just me mishearing.
No problem. Looks like everything's right on my sheet, so let me go ahead and 23 to hit.
23 is gonna hit that guy, despite his positioning.
It's like 13. Does that add up?
That's
I
13.
guess that's
Does that have your?
Yeah, it looks right. It's got the weighted.
Yeah. So you need the other thing. What's it called?
Hunter's mark.
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Oh, right. Thank you. So just 6. Why
Oops.
did that happen?
Accidental period in the front.
There we go. One extra, so 14.
Hey, that can be game breaking. That extra one.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
change everything.
And I'm just gonna shoot him again.
Do it. Oh,
28.
nice.
And 13, and why did it go to that? Jeez, I just pushed the up arrow and it went to something completely different.
Oh, weird.
4, so
17. That's damage.
That's for shooting Itella. It's personal.
Don't shoot, Itella. Let
And
me.
that's everything.
I'm misremembering something. So that if that's the end of your turn, then you're gonna stay where you are. Give me just a second. Just need to.
I think I
double
would
check this.
move, but go ahead.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Move. I gotta check this.
They pop like a balloon.
Let's go there. Okay. Oops. Damn it. I didn't need to close that. That's gonna cause a problem later. Love doing that.
Causing problems.
Yeah. Well, this is a little disconcerting. So where'd you move?
I'm working on it. I was gonna kind of try to do the waypoint, and I'm not figuring it out. I was gonna try to get over here to here ultimately, but
Okay.
not just clamber over the whole thing because I have 30 feet of movement, and that's about 25 total.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
that looks right. Yeah.
Forgot to add Dribbly after you, so it's Dribbly's turn.
Gotcha. He's gonna just react to the dude who just ran past him and started attacking Itella.
Oh, you want that
So-
+2 to hit?
Absolutely. Where is? So 26.
That'll hit.
I'm trying to think. He's fire. So that's 13. I guess he can infuse that himself. So that would be 7 piercing, 6 fire, and then another 1d6. Nice.
All right. Oh
19.
no. Okay, hold on. This is
12
an
fire.
interesting scenario.
Well, 7.
Anytime the adherent takes fire damage, they can choose to reduce their maximum hit points by the amount of fire damage they took to a maximum of 5. Each time they do, deal 1 additional fire damage. Anytime they deal fire damage. Yeah, he's going to do that. So this guy takes. He looks like he's really hurting, but his flaming sword, the fire, like it goes from like, a light like candle flame to like a blaze as he takes this fire damage.
Okay, I believe Dribbley's not gonna move, so that's me.
Fair enough. All
6
right.
seconds have passed.
Immediately after Dribbly, you guys pretty much, I think all of you see this. I guess the bear form Sar wouldn't see this. You're up and busy. You see this guy like quite literally get up out of the like ground. Like he like molds out of it and he stands up. And he is going to use his movement to head over here towards Dribbly. And he is going to make a shoot. Oh, that's wrong creature. A couple of flaming flail attacks. He's got like this like hefty shield and like very similar like slag armor to the other guys, and he swings his flaming flail down on to Dribbly. First attack.
Oh, what 17 AC. He's also, I guess, immune to fire.
Check that. Second attack. That's a miss. Third attack. Oh my god. 16. He said 17. That's 3 misses. Well, he's not having a good moment. He's got a hangover from sleeping inside rocks for hours.
Yeah, he's immune to fire.
Okay, so he'll be immune to the fire portion of the damage. Good to know. Okay. Itella, it's your go.
There is someone right in front of me, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's not a good place to be standing, sir.
You also get a +2.
I do?
Due to the flanking with Dribbly.
Yep, yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, I don't want to scare my horse with anything, so I'm gonna. Oh, did I have to already have the shillelagh done?
I think you can
bonus action shillelagh.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm smacking him with. I don't know. Is that a smack?
Is that a smack?
That would be 16.
That would be 16 with the +2. Which is a hit.
All right, I like that. Let's do some damage.
Oh, that's gonna drop him.
Nice.
You just like whip out your like I forget what it's called, like the crystalline glowstone branch or whatever it's called, and it just like transforms. I always picture Shillelagh as like doubling the size of the stick, and then you just bash this guy over the head with a giant stick.
And I just lean over to the horse and go, "You can step on him. Go ahead."
Fantastic. Just checking a thing.
That's bonus and action. You can always move though.
At the start of your turn, you did take 2 fire damage, as this guy's got an aura of fire that is currently not being projected like it's supposed to.
Oh.
Bam, there we go.
Two.
Oh, him. The Mudman.
Mudman, yeah, he was just sleeping. He
Yeah,
just kind of sleeping in the ground.
Is he similar to the things we fought way back in like session, in early sessions? Because you mentioned the slag armor. We definitely encountered the guys with
Yes,
slag
we
armor.
have.
Yeah, they are the like I said earlier, they're the cultists, not the assassins.
Gotcha.
They're
Okay.
the cultists that hired the assassins.
Mm-hmm.
They're working together. Yeah, did you want to move at all? Or are you gonna stay there?
I'm hoping as soon as there's a lag in the fighting to use my turn to heal. So I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay.
In hopes that I can get that done.
I will say the 2 horses also take 2 fire damage. Since you're keeping track of their hit points.
Then I need to heal next time, no matter what, because that gets them. They're getting low.
Helena. Oh, pause. Don't forget, you had 5 temporary hit points from Helena.
Oh.
So the
I did
2
not.
damage would have come from that first.
Yes, it would have. Okay, I'll fix it.
Okay. All right. What you doing, Helena?
So I don't want to turn the horse.
That's fair. You are hidden,
So
so don't forget that.
Well, I think that's my only ranged thing right now.
Yeah, so if you didn't want to scare them with the rifle, you'd have to pull out your sword and go stab a guy. That is correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Forgetting everything that it does.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna click.
You do have advantage. I assume you're moving to attack this guy, right?
Yeah.
So you would have advantage.
I just roll again.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll again. Since you didn't check mark it. Even with the +2 from flanking, that is going to miss, I'm afraid. Don't use that thing often. You don't use that thing often, excuse me. But it's got some nifty stuff that could help later. Let me check the guy that you just attacked. Yeah, that's not going to hit him. You did move within 10 feet of him. In other words, into his aura. So you're going to take 2 fire damage. But not only are you resistant, you've got the whole Flame Eater's Blades thing going on. So what's that going to do?
So I think I can do more damage. And yeah, so I think it makes it so I can do more damage with it later.
Fair enough. Because the I don't have the notes of the blade at the moment, so I'd have to hunt them down or something. But yeah. So does it make you immune to fire? Is that what it does, or what does it do?
I was like trying to read it fast. It
It's
says it deals 1d4 additional fire damage, and each time I take fire damage. It deals 1 additional until the end of my next turn
Sure.
for 6 extra, but then it says when it's attuned to somebody resistant or immune to fire damage, it does 2d4 instead of 1d4, and the maximum bonus fire is 12 instead of 6.
Oh, yeah, and it goes off every time it prevents. So you still take 1 fire damage. That was where I was getting with that. Because you're resistant, you take 1 fire. And would you like to physically stay there, or do you want to bonus action disengage?
I am going to stay there.
Okay. All right, over to Sar then.
Papa Bear.
I was umming and ahhing about seeing about trying to do a grapple, but let's just keep it simple. Let's just do a bite
Mhm.
attack and a claw attack on this guy next to me.
Okay. Okay, that's gonna miss.
Oh, yeah, and a claw.
That will hit.
8 slashing.
Yeah, 8 slash.
Kind of wishing I. We'll see about next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's going to be everything. So I'm in wild shape.
Okay, next up is the guy you just hit. Uh, 18's gonna hit the bear.
It certainly will.
Uh,
That's, yes, 5 slashing, 1 fire. All full damage.
he's gonna heal 1 because something within 60 feet of him took fire damage. Oh, I guess that could have occurred earlier. That's my mistake. Anyway. All right. That's.
I don't.
Huh?
Oh no, it doesn't matter.
Okay. This guy is going to continue to use his ability to hold his shot. So, next up is this guy who's still holding his shot against Atella. All right. Next up is Corwin.
I still have the hunter's mark on this guy, on the sniper.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes sense. I'll take another shot at him or 2, depending on how well the first one goes. All right. How about 23 to hit?
Yeah, that'll do.
And we'll say 15 damage plus 6, so
Ooh.
21 damage.
That's a big damage.
Does he look irritated in any way? Because I'll take another shot.
Well, I mean, not only does he look irritated, he's so irritated he's going to use his reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke. Give me a dex
Oh
save.
my gosh. Okay. 25 plus some fire resistant.
Okay, so you're going to take half and then a quarter damage. You take 1 damage.
So of that 5 temporary damage, I'm down to 4. Okay, I'll take another shot.
Yeah.
Wow,
No, this is
29.
your action. Oh my god, you're tearing them up. Maybe you're the real threat here.
There's 9.
Hunter's mark?
And there's mark for 11 total.
Oh, he's hurting.
Couldn't close the deal.
Well, you'll also remember these guys are relatively sturdy.
Yeah. They're just arrows. And I guess I can't decide on to move. I don't think he's gonna move. He'll just stay right there.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Then
there's
it's
nothing he
Dribbly's
can do with
go.
bonuses or anything. Yeah, Dribbly's got the flank right now. And this
Dribbly takes no damage from the aura
right.
because they're immune. So yeah,
Um,
2 +2 to hit.
I think he would just attack ultimately without considering it. So,
Okay.
because I'm sitting here wondering whether this guy is fire resistant and the Drake's damage would be lessened, but he's just gonna bite him as soon as I find the. There we go. 8, so 10 total.
That's gonna miss.
Yeah. He overthought it. He won't move at all. So that's him.
Okay. All right, that's the both of you. Now it's his go. Oof. He's about to piss off an Itella.
Oh no. The
Mm-mm.
horses!
Not smart.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the AoE on this. Okay, he's going to step here, so not provoking an attack of opportunity.
Mm. I should have moved.
Yeah.
Is he going to light the brazier on fire?
I think it can take it.
Yeah, the brazier's got like a whole special scenario. You have to light you have to light it. It doesn't just light with random effects.
I just thought I might bring up that possibility.
But yeah, he's going to unleash a devastating well, especially because of what's about to happen, a devastating like gout of golden flame from his helmeted head, just which is going to do radiant damage instead of fire damage. That is a dex save for everyone in that cone.
Joy. Dex save it.
Yeah, they don't forget they have notes on you guys.
That's true.
So knowing that you guys are resistant to fire is, well, some of you are immune, is kind of a big deal. Yeah, like that. So,
Yeah.
save for half.
No, I don't think we saved.
No, and the horses are dead, by the way.
Oh no.
No way.
Oh yeah, they're dead. 18 radiant damage. If you rolled 15 or above, you take 9 instead.
How much?
18. If you rolled 15 or above, you take 9 instead.
There's too many numbers. 18. Okay.
If we had the 5 temporary.
And that does light your card on fire, as well as the 2 logs. Giving him some temporary hit points. That is his turn. Itella, the horses are dead. How do you feel about that?
Oh, yeah, he's dead. Just a minute.
They're dead. He's dead.
Why won't the 3 go away?
Cue Atella's wrath.
Oh, if you mean like a dice
Hold on.
on your screen, sometimes you got to click them to make them go away.
Okay, now.
He moved, so you're not in his radius.
That's good. Am I next?
Yeah, it's your go.
Okay.
Is it the time?
It is the time. That's it.
So you're gonna go Wrath of Nature, right?
Yes.
What? Oh, we didn't get the other token in here. What are you transforming into specifically?
God, I was going to say a horse. No. Oh my God, what would you be afraid of?
I don't know that you
Okay.
know.
No. I think it's time to be a king bee.
Oh, you're gonna go Wrath of Nature King Bee.
Yes.
Okay.
My liege.
Wrath of Elements, excuse me. Okay, so first, King Bee. Well, are
Is it
you?
medium?
How upset are you? Like on a scale of he must die and I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, to I'm focusing this rage. Which would you
Bearing
say?
in mind, it was technically just yesterday
Medium.
that the whole shindig with the rifle went down.
I'm
Oh, I think that
aware.
was 2 days ago, actually, wasn't it? I thought.
One
Anyway.
night's sleep.
One night's
Yeah, one night's sleep.
Just one night's sleep? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, so some raw nerves about those horses, and now they're dead.
So,
Well, Helena didn't do nothing this time.
Well, she doesn't need to
Okay.
have for her to be, irritated by the situation involving the horses.
I'm just
okay.
looking on the bright side.
It wasn't Helena this time.
Okay. So, yeah, no. He has an aura though.
Yeah. I think
No.
what makes sense to me is that you would transform into Wrath of Elements Earth, or Wrath of Elements Fire, because you're now surrounded by flaming things. That being said, do you want to direct that anger?
Okay, you're right. Earth
All right, it's going to be
and
Earth.
direct all at him.
Okay. So you're going to, in addition to the hit points of the bee.
Uh-huh.
So this is you can do so without using an action. You are coated in chunks of earth and stone. Temporary hit points equal to your level. And a +1 to attack and damage rolls. Additionally, resistance to immunity to non-magical bludgeoning damage, resistance to all other damage. And you get a plus. What's your wisdom modifier?
On Itella?
Yeah.
7? No.
That's the save.
So sorry. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? 4.
All right. 4 additional damage to all your +1 to hit, and +5 in total to your damage rolls. And you can cast Piercing Stone at 4th level without expending a spell slot, or material components twice per transformation. And as Merlin pointed out, normal King Bee is medium. Wrath of Elements Earth King Bee is large.
Mm-hmm.
You got your turn. What you doing?
I don't know. A piercing stone sounds really good at him.
Piercing Stone is the one that deals damage to something behind the target, and
okay.
don't
Never
know that
mind.
there's anything back there.
Never mind then. Okay.
You just want to go sting him?
Oh, yeah. I wonder, can I... Oh my God, you said I'm large?
Yeah.
Mm.
Can I grapple him?
I don't know that you
Not-
could, no.
No, I was just thinking grabbing his head and stinging his face a few times. Was my
I
thought
mean,
process.
mechanically you won't be grappling him, but you can move into his aura, taking 2 fire damage, and come over here and attack him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Make your attack roll. So that's going to be +1 from Wrath of Elements, so that's 20, +2 from the flanking. Roll your damage.
With pleasure.
This is the first time he's been hit, actually. I mean, that's B form, not King B.
Oh, shoot.
We're gonna take the 19, and you can just re-roll, just roll the other attack and do the damage.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Sorry. So, let me look. I'm trying to find damage is. Come on, eyeballs.
Just click the attack on King B.
Mm-hmm.
Just roll the attack. And just click it.
Okay.
All right, so it's going to be 7 plus the 5 from all the modifiers, so that's 12 piercing damage. Okay. 12 piercing damage, and he needs to make a Constitution save. DC 11, half as much on success, so 7 poison damage. Hey, that's pretty good damage. Even though he succeeded, that's pretty good damage.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't succeed, that'd have been like 27. Not bad. Don't forget you're going to be subtracting hit points from the B, not yourself. And you do have 8 temporary hit points. Wait, let me double check that. It is Helena's turn, and, well, Helena, all of that just happened. Yeah, 8.
Mm-hmm.
We got to remember to make an actual template for the Wrath of Elements.
Yeah.
What you doing, Helena? You're muted. Oh, you do take 2 reduced to 1 fire damage because you're in the guy's aura at the start of your turn. But yeah, it's your turn. What you doing?
23.
So let me just, I read it and now I'm like. So I think I can do 2 fire damage extra if I hit him.
Yeah, if you hit, you'll be doing 2d4 plus 2 fire damage. Correct. And you will have your sneak attack, even though you do not, you're not flanking and you don't have advantage. You will have sneak attack. That's a hit.
Let's make sure that. I haven't done this in long enough.
You actually get 2 more fire damage on that, so that is 19, 27, 29 total damage. This is pretty dang good, actually.
Nice,
yeah. You going to remain there?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna focus on this guy.
I imagine he like gets stung by this giant bee and then immediately gets slashed by you. Well, actually, technically, he takes a little more damage than that. And he just sort of growls at you guys, and he goes, "You will be consumed by the golden flame." Sar.
So yeah, I'm still in big pupper mode,
Yeah.
and what I'm going to do this time is it's essentially a strength or athletics check to try and grapple, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna. One question I do have. Well, I'm not used to multi-attack. The bear makes 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Grapple is technically an attack, but action. Like, how does would it be I either make my 2 attacks or a grapple, or the grapple takes up one of the attacks? I can't. That's one of the sort of nuance things I can never remember.
If I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to double check real quick, it replaces an attack.
An attack, not the whole
I
action of
believe
attacks.
so.
Doesn't make a huge difference because I think I'm going to be doing it either way, but yeah.
Yeah, replaces
yes.
one attack.
And
That's
okay,
what, according
so
to the rules that I'm
going
reading.
to
So
attempt to really. Okay, I don't know why I rolled it at disadvantage. But really, I
apparently
think
not that it
Saw
mattered.
could have done better.
Right. Yikes.
Deary me.
Sar could have done better, but it doesn't matter. He
Well,
rolled a
fair.
2 plus
The
2.
intimidation expectation aura of, oh no, this bear's definitely going to beat me in a grapple off. That's what's happened here.
Right.
Just the expectation of losing.
I feel like now, speaking of expectations, you would bite at advantage now that you have him grappled.
Yeah.
Will be my expectation. What are you doing, though?
Oh, and yeah, then oh, God,
What
okay.
what's happening?
I don't know why it's rolling it, but 18.
Yeah, just take the first number.
one. Yeah.
That'll hit.
Um.
Oh, rolled it.
10
piercing.
And if I'm not mistaken, when grappled, in particular, okay, I think technically, because I'm a size larger, they might have been at disadvantage anyway. Even if they didn't somehow roll a 2.
Right. Oh, so bad.
Like,
But
if he's grappled, he can't
my
move at all.
goal here is also to start dragging them down the cliff face. Oh, the cliff face is a strong word, but
The slope.
which I'm pretty sure I can do a half speed thing.
Yeah, you move at half speed when you have someone grappled and you're dragging them.
Yeah, and I can sort of drag them down the way. Yeah.
That'll get you to like the base, right? So you'll be like here basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and when I was up there, like just with my passive, I didn't really notice. Just passively notice anyone else. I was bear form, mind you, so that's actually a lot less than my natural passive. But
I think it gets your like mental, like your attributes and your trained skills and stuff, doesn't it?
Okay. Well, either
you did not notice anyone, with your passive
either 18
either.
with human passive or 13 with bear passive.
Oh, I'm actually mistaken. There's no advantage to hit him, but it doesn't matter. You hit anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So he's going to.
Oh, is it 2 sizes up that it starts at advantage or something?
Well, not to hit. You're talking about 2 grapple to begin with. I'm talking about attack rolls.
Oh,
the advantage
sure,
with attack rolls
yeah.
is restrained.
Yeah, I was specifically speaking about the strength checks.
He's gonna try and stab the bear that just dragged him down the hill and succeed.
Yeah. Yep,
Mm.
that's gonna stab me.
11 slashing, 1 fire.
And I'm not resistant to any of that because I'm a bear. Rah.
Did you not do the damage to yourself last time?
I'm no, I'm pretty sure I've kept track. I'm down to 22. Oh wait, what the heck? Why did it start at 54? It should have started at 34. I think.
Correct. That's weird.
Yeah, because yeah.
So you're worse off than it looks.
Yeah, I'm a worse off than it looks, but that's sort of what I was going for. I started off at 50. Oh, so I should be on 2.
Yeah, much worse off.
Yeah.
This guy's going to continue to aim, which I will remind you guys increases their damage. So you know, whenever whoever he's aiming at does the thing that he's aiming for, it's going to hurt. This guy also continues to aim. Although I think it's God. This guy was set to aim for a spell, but you turned into a giant bee covered in rocks. And unlike the other one, he's been seen. Yeah, he's gonna switch targets. He's gonna lose the 2 holds that he had and switch targets. So he's holding for a different action on a different target. Corwin.
I mean, I would naturally just keep shooting the guy who I've been shooting. So I don't think anything you just said would have informed me differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think it would have
So-
changed anything. Exactly the
Right,
same
so-
things are going to happen.
So I'm going to shoot him. Well, I mean, didn't you say that the person who's held action to do something is now possibly doing, but I wouldn't know that anyway. So
You would
bottom
see the
line
guy
is-
shift in his position slightly.
Okay. Well, either way, I'm going to go ahead and try to finish this guy off.
Certainly wasn't enough to make any difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like for you, like you don't see like any difference. He's didn't move physically away from where he was. So yeah, you're
doing
rolling
all right
so
on
high
them.
today.
Yeah. 12, and then the hunter's mark. So 17.
Literally, what happens here is as you attack, he unleashes his attack. So you shoot him dead, and his bolt is gonna come flying at you.
Mm-hmm.
He switched to you. 22.
Oh, 17 AC.
All right. So that's gonna be 8 piercing. I mean, he's dead. To be clear.
Right. Right.
But that is 8 piercing damage
8.
because he did not have advantage, so no sneak attack. And you need to make a strength save.
15.
Where's the save? Oh, it was a DC 11. It like nicks your hand and like cuts a gash in your hand. He was clearly trying to
Oh.
disarm you, and it did not work, but it hurt.
Right. Ouch. Okay. So I see him drop. That was the first attack.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just move over here. I think that's about 5, 10. That's like 25. Because just trying to be smarter about the whole arc, the AoE. Not allow for that again. And I'll, with my bonus action, switch the Hunter's Mark to the Earth dude. The guy in the middle, or the guy in the middle. The guy with the aura.
Okay. Sure.
And start shooting him. And I guess the Hunter's Mark takes effect immediately, basically. So
Yeah, bonus action, move it.
24 to hit.
Yeah. I'll let him.
14. Why can't I type today? So 16. And I think that's it for Corwin.
Okay.
And Dribbly's been, he could have, he actually didn't get to use his reaction, so he could have done it last time, but he's just going to hold it for himself. That's kind of become his his routine is to use his infusion on his own attacks.
Sure.
So he's gonna try biting this guy in the middle. I think it's a +2 because of flanking.
Yep.
15.
That's gonna miss. Just pings off his armor.
And, yeah, tough nut to crack.
He does technically have a shield, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's one reason why Dribbly might consider the next time anybody else hits using his infusion, because he hasn't been using it. But I think that's it for Dribbly.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, Dribbly's immune to fire, so it didn't take any damage from that. It's the start of his turn. Doesn't recharge that. So I think he's going to just start wailing. Trying to decide, would he focus down one of you or just distribute the attacks? I think he's going to try and finish off the Drake. First attack. That's not going to do it. What the hell? He's missed every single attack. What is happening?
Dribbly's got the moves tonight.
Apparently.
Can't touch him with direct damage.
Itella, you've got you take 2 fire damage from the aura, and then it's your turn.
Some fights
Sorry,
you're tearing us down with the
did I-
rolls. I'm relishing these rolls.
Did I take 2 damage the previous turn?
Yeah, you should
Oh,
have.
from the aura.
Yeah, that's what I was. So I didn't take 4 off. I wanted to ask you, but I had to make that little quick run. So 4. So come on. So is that 21? Little piece of paper.
Don't forget that comes off your temp HP first.
What temp HP? Oh, don't confuse me.
You had 8 temp HP from turning into Wrath of Elements.
Okay.
So it's now down to 4.
20. So okay. Okay, my goal is this guy to writhe in pain for what he did.
And then you have +1 and plus
So you're not a bee, you're a wasp.
1, 2.
Hmm.
Sadly, that's only a 15, which is gonna miss.
Oh man, now I'm mad.
If
I'll miss.
it's
I'm
only
mad.
building. It's only
Okay.
building. Helena.
I'm gonna whack him with my sword again.
Heck yeah. That's a
Nice.
hit. You do get your sneak attack. Oh, you do take 2 fire damage, which is reduced to 1, which increases your fire damage for this by 1.
So I assume that hits him.
Yeah, it does. Interesting. 8 and 7 plus 1, 8. So 16, 27. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Dribbly will go ahead and infuse that for 1d6. At least I didn't
Oh, that
waste
reminds me. Okay. All right, Sar.
Yeah, I'm just they're grappled, but that doesn't really do anything different other than the fact they can't get away. So just
Yeah.
bite and claw. It's I don't know why it's rolling at disadvantage, but yeah, first attack.
Just take the first number, yeah. Hit, miss.
20, 12.
Hit and miss.
11.
Uh,
That was the bite. Even though it's thrown on the
yeah,
floor.
it looks weird, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I think that's
And
it
for next. That's you know what? Just so that I'm gonna try and just drag 10 foot that way.
Okay. Let me.
Yeah, I'm just
There we go.
giving you visibility. Oh, yeah.
There we go. Yep. All right, it's his turn. He's going to stab.
That's a miss.
That is indeed a miss.
Didn't realize that was possible of Bassar.
Holding. Oh, I forgot to delete this guy. He's dead. Corwin.
Yeah, I would just keep attacking the guy. I got Hunter's Mark on, so I will shoot him again. 25
That'll do.
for 17 plus 4, 21. How's he looking?
Not great.
I mean, I'm gonna attack him anyway, so 22
That will hit.
or 16,
Yeah.
18.
That drops him to his knees, and you'll see from like beneath the like fiery, beneath the like slagged golden armor, like steady glow start to build up until he explodes outward. Let me double check ranges here. Can I get the little? Oh, that's right. There's a circle. Center. Can I do this? Oh my god, it works.
Mhm.
It works. That's all of you. Dex save.
Including the guy I'm fighting.
Including the guy you're fighting. Just explodes outward like the shrapnel from the armor just tearing across the place. He's dead though. He's definitely dead.
He's dead and in pieces.
And
15.
explodes. Okay.
Oh, that was a dex save?
Yeah.
Joy.
That should be a 15, not.
Yeah, I
3,
see.
Yeah.
Nice. I think
That's
that's
a-
the second time you've done.
That is a dexterous bee.
Hmm?
Something earlier was a nat 20.
Where is it?
Dribbly was the highest, or lowest with 13. Everybody else was above that.
If you got a 15 or above, you take half damage. So this is in two separate. This is fire. This is radiant.
Wow.
Man.
And
Okay.
and the bear pops.
Dang.
It does kill this guy though.
Dribbly doesn't take any fire. He just takes straight 19 because he failed, so he's not dead.
But that didn't work.
He's 15 or higher. Saved both. So it's just
Make sure your HP's
terribly.
still right, sir.
That is not right.
I switched it to representing you.
Yeah, I'm back to. Nope, not that one. Hold on. Let me jump back to the beginning of the fight.
Let's say for 19 here.
Round
9.
down.
I had
It's a 9.
received.
Yeah.
14 damage.
I mean, you killed him.
So,
Yeah.
would I take 8 from the first one? Is
Yeah,
that how
you
it
would take
works?
8 from the fire.
Okay, can I use my flame eater thing where I gain 16?
Oh, to heal instead? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I believe that's a
Mhm.
reaction,
Or
right?
would I wouldn't.
So you
So
take.
I wouldn't take the 8. I would just gain 16. Is that?
That would be correct. So pretty much, instead of taking 19 radiant damage, you take 3.
Nice.
So there you go. I think that's a
Mhm.
once a day thing, if I recall. But that seems it for Corwin.
That was second shot. I had already used bonus, so I think he's stunned from that too and wouldn't move. So yes, that's Corwin's move. Or Corwin's turn. Driggly's
Everything's
still
on
alive.
fire, though. I will say that.
Did the other guy die too?
Yep.
Okay, so everybody's dead.
As far as you can see, it's just you guys some of you guys being fairly hurt. If you guys want to do anything about that. Also, you were talking about doing something after the fight with your eyeballs.
Yes. So on that note,
We are
though,
still in turn order. I will tell you guys that. So after
Okay.
Corwin is the Drake. What is the severely
Okay,
injured
nice,
Drake
yeah.
doing?
I mean, if there's no other apparent combatant,
Mhm.
I think he might just kind of move over closer to Corwin
Mhm.
and just be like, all right, what's going on? He has no means to heal himself or do anything else, so
Mhm.
that'd be him.
Okay. All right. Itella, what's the angry bee doing? You see no enemies, just dead and currently on fire horses.
Even the one I was stinging.
Yeah, he's dead.
Hmm. I am actually, yeah. I'm going to actually fly off as far as I can fly.
Oh, up. Okay.
Not up, but like this direction, making sure there's nobody over there that we've missed.
You want to head over there. I'm kind of inferring based on what I think you want to do. You want to head over there and then use your action to make a perception check.
Correct.
Use your action.
Make sure that there's nobody over there. Nobody extra we missed.
All right. You're over there. Give me a perception check.
And I have to do that in the.
It should have the same as you because it gets your mental ability scored and
Yes.
skills and stuff.
I just closed it so I could
See.
look at the map.
Hmm.
Perception?
Yeah.
No. That's not on the B form page.
Then just roll it off of you.
Okay. Open. Oh, come on. White is not that pretty. Open. Come on. Ouch. Try it again. No, it doesn't want to open for me. Why? What did I do now? There it goes. Oh my goodness.
Okay. You do not see anyone or anything in this area
Okay.
except dead people.
Hmm.
Just to be clear. Helena. What you want to do? Oh, are you? You're muted again.
Muted. Mhm.
I don't know why I've been forgetting.
It's okay.
Can I use the eye for detail to see if I could find the creature?
Can you click that to pop it in chat? I can't offhand remember what that does.
Actually, it might not be. I get confused on these.
Yeah, I mean, technically, okay, so currently the way that works, interestingly, is if you want to devote your whole turn to searching for something, could use your action and bonus action to make 2 perception checks. That's how that could benefit you right now. If that's something you want to do. Because you're talking about trying to find the implied scout that's probably somewhere.
So perception.
Yeah, so you would get 2 perception checks. Oh wow.
Nice.
Okay, so that 28 is going to give you something quite interesting. You don't see another person, but you do hear what sounds like someone running away that way. Like, sorry, that doesn't.
Ralph.
This. How does this help you? How does this help you? I don't.
Running toward the DM.
It's Ixar, get him!
Well, I mean, technically. So the footsteps are coming. Oh, I'm on the wrong thingy. The footsteps are coming from over here, this direction, and they seem to be running south. So basically, that away. You don't see it, but you hear it.
I'm gonna try to chase as far as I can.
Okay. Go ahead and move your full movement, which I think is 30 feet.
And it's
Do you
5
say anything?
diagonal.
Yeah, diagonal's fine. That's a good question. Do you say anything?
Um, I think I would say just to them, like I hear something and then run off, but I don't necessarily want to yell out
So you look
whatever I
back at the
hear.
people kind of sort of behind you and you're like, hey, I hear something, and you run that way. So I'll be everyone except the bee. Okay. I think carrying that 28 into that 20 will sort of just roll that together. Um, or more logically, you rolled the 28, you heard the footsteps, you moved over here with your 30 feet of movement, then you rolled the bonus action. That would make the most sense. So the bonus action 20 is going to allow you to see the indentation of footprints in the grass. It seemed to be going south. Somebody's invisible running that way. And then it's Sar's turn. What do you want to do, Sar?
So yeah, Helena running off that way has completely changed what I was going to do.
That's fair.
Um, so no longer am I going to be sort of flying, like drinking potions to fly up and search around. I'm going to. When I last saw her, she was sort of about there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run here
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I'm literally just throwing a random spell out there. We'll see what happens. It may or may not, and I'm going to sort of say where I'm throwing it.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. And she's running that way, so I'm going to
Sort of estimate a distance in front of her to toss it down.
pretty much, and I'm going to claim. I don't know what's the specifics of that? That's 20-foot cube, so 20-foot diameter, basically. Hold on. Got it. There we go. No, yes. Where? There we go. Measure from.
Is that really only verbal? Huh.
And there. I'm gonna hold on, let me hold on. let me linger that. Linger. Nope, that wasn't it. This one. Yeah. Let me
Suit
just
of
double
footprint.
check the distance of that. Oh, yeah, that's well within.
Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and use this. Not actually a ghost, just a person. It's supposed to represent that they're like a specter, but yeah, like, as in they're invisible. Now they're an invisible figure glowing, running off that way. But I got bad news for you, Sar. That guy who's been holding his action this whole time is finally gonna take it.
Absolutely.
Chunk.
That's a miss.
Holy crap! There's a nuclear explosion off in the
With
distance.
a +5.
Oh my god, let me double check. That's insane. I don't think he gets an attack bonus. It's all damage. You know, just for the fun of it, what if we rolled the damage?
Yeah, see what would have happened. What happens to the terrain around Sar?
There's a craters. And he is right here, like half buried in the brush, just like aiming the crossbow right at Sar. And that guy spent such a long time. Oh yeah. So I think that would have hurt.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be tough to keep the concentration on fairy fire.
Right. No, there's a hole in the ground behind you right now.
Yeah,
That's
and also
9.
that would have to be a nat 20. Because it's
on
half
concentration. Yeah.
It could have been 24 plus 40.
Right. Oh my god. He's going to, because it's immediately his turn after you. He's going to get up. So he stands up. He's going to move back here, which is going to give him at least a little bit of a little bit of cover from people inside the ravine still. And he's going to, rather than do anything else, drop down his little, like, he pulls like stuff out of his pocket and like constructs this makeshift cover. Looks kind of like a cardboard bush now that you're looking at it. So his action is to basically give himself partial cover, and that's his turn. Corwin, you don't see the guy anymore, but you definitely see the crater behind Sar, and you also got the implication that somebody's running south.
And yeah,
Okay.
and the two of us, oh gosh, are running south after. Oh gosh, I forgot I'd got the linger thing on. We're running south after them.
I guess Corin would have the wherewithal to run down to here. That's his, as far as he can go without dashing. Is he able to see see all that, so he can see where the person is and take a shot at him, or? Okay.
Yeah, you can see him.
I think it's been more than a turn, so I can't actually just bonus action my hunter's mark onto him.
Isn't Hunter's Mark an
right,
hour?
Right? Yeah, but isn't it? I thought. I'm not sure. Like in Baldur's Gate 3, you got to get it on the next turn, or else you lose it. You know what I mean? So, I'm trying to read it again, but
No,
you can
it's
maintain your concentration self, or
for the hour, yeah.
okay. I guess I'll put it on him then.
Yeah.
Groovy.
Also, you've got advantage.
Because the
from
fairy fire?
fairy fire.
Well,
Gotcha.
hold on. That depends. Are you aiming at the guy that shot at Sar, or are you aiming at the invisible guy that you can see in the fairy fire?
They're not. I thought it was one and the same. So
No,
there's two
totally
people
different
here.
guys.
Okay.
The one we're chasing is what we expect to be the scout.
Right.
To the north, there's the guy that shot at Sar, and
Okay.
Gotcha.
I gotta hop
right
up for a
behind
minute.
him.
Feel free to make your attack rolls,
Okay.
but I gotta hop up for a second.
Yeah, I was gonna attack the.
But yeah,
fairy
we're
fire.
chasing this guy down here. Yeah.
That's the one I'm attacking. I think I'm gonna I'm torn because I don't have an infinite amount of them, but I have an arrow of binding. Or I
Yeah,
should.
like
Yeah, I
I
do. I
think
have one.
this guy up top, he's not going to have the same escape means as this
Right.
guy
Well,
down at
that's
the bottom.
yeah. My plan ultimately is to try to use binding on this guy who I also get +2 to hit. So
And advantage. Uh,
well, I
because
guess that's what I meant, not plus.
yeah,
No, yeah, I don't get +2 to hit. I just get advantage. That's what it is.
yeah, just solid advantage. Yeah. Oh, modeling up the uh,
Actually, that's a
modified.
good point. I won't get the weighted because I'm not using a weighted arrow, so I won't get that. But I don't know. I guess it's just normal damage for the arrow, and then the effect of the arrow of binding, which I don't think I actually have. Yeah, I don't have anything on my sheet for like a description of what arrow of binding does. So let's see.
Some DM details that's needed then.
Perhaps. Well, actually, maybe I do have it. Let me check. No. Exploding arrows, but I'm out of those. Yeah, I don't have it. So, Ixar, do you know what a arrow of binding should do?
Let me check to see if that's in the shop notes I have here. Nope, I do not have that. But I'm sure I can just make an assumption. Yep, I got that in my head. What you want to do? You want to shoot the arrow of binding at somebody?
Yeah, I have one arrow of binding in my inventory, and I want the guy who's fairy fired, who we're assuming is the scout. I'm gonna go ahead and try to shoot him with it.
Short version, it won't do any damage, but if you hit, it will restrain the target until they make the effort to escape.
Okay. I did bonus action the hunter's mark on him, but if it's no damage, then that doesn't make any difference. But he is fairy fired, so it's +2. And I guess I'm just gonna do the normal twin shot short bow, right? To
Sure.
hit.
Yep.
Cool.
All that stuff would be normal. It just wouldn't be like the weighted arrow.
26.
It would hit, which is a hit. Sorry, on a hit, it would hit, and now the
No
target is restrained. I imagine it's just like the arrow shoots out and like unravels a bunch of ropes and stuff that like pin this person to the ground.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And
They
that's
certainly look restrained, as much as you can tell with a ghostly figure.
Heck, I probably maybe should have shot him once first. I guess ultimately at that point, if I can see the other person, I'd probably start shooting the other person instead. Because this guy's restrained. My first thought was we want a prisoner afterwards so we can talk to him. So now that person is restrained, I don't know that I would just start shooting him, right? I mean, for the fear of killing him by accident when I don't really want to. So, so if I'm able to shoot the other person, I will. Do I have a clear line of sight and everything from where I'm at?
Yeah, I mean, as clear as you're going to get with somebody behind a makeshift bush cover.
Gotcha. So that's going to be a disadvantage then, probably, right?
No, that's just make a normal attack roll. That's not how this one
Okay.
works.
Okay, this one I will actually use a weighted arrow. The last one wasn't one of my weighted arrows. Check that, and then 29.
That'll hit.
And we'll go ahead and do 15. No hunter's mark, but Dribbly will be paying attention and go ahead and infuse that for an extra 1d6 of fire. So 15 piercing, 4 fire.
Yeah, he's gonna use his reaction to Hellish Rebuke. That's been you both times.
Yeah.
That's a dexterity, right?
Yeah.
27.
Half damage. You take 3 fire damage.
And since I'm resistant, is that 2?
No, it's rounded down, so it's 1.5 rounded down. It's 1.
Okay.
All right, after you is the Drake.
I don't think he's going to be able to do much, but he'll probably make a best. How fast does he move? I think
40.
40. Yeah, 40. So he's going to go ahead and get to, I guess, down about here as he's trying to join the action.
Okay.
And that's it.
Itella. Apparently, they're shooting at somebody.
Could I hear all that?
Oh, absolutely.
Rivers flying the other way.
Yeah, you
When
see
I turn around, I see.
a crater. Jokingly.
Yeah.
Jokingly, a
A
crater.
crater. The lot of us sort of running in
That
this
direction.
direction towards this glowing thing.
And you see this
Um,
guy
But also,
up north,
there's this person in cover up
like
here.
hiding behind
That's-
a makeshift bush.
Yeah, that
Mm.
Corwin had just shot at.
And I can see that the guy to the south is bound. I
Yeah,
would
he's
assume.
wrapped up and pinned to the ground.
Okay. Well, in B form, I can only go. Sorry. In the B form, I can only go. I saw my attack action as sing instead of sting. I can only go 10 feet.
You're definitely looking in the wrong place.
Oh, fly 50. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, right place,
Oh
wrong
my
thing.
god, I'm like, fly.
That's when you
okay,
land and like walk with your itty bitty little
Scuttle
leggies.
along. Yeah.
Turtle, yeah. I'm going after the guy that's behind cover.
Okay. So you can go like 50 feet, and then you're gonna have to dash to get all the way to him.
Okay. Do it. Get him.
Okay, you're over here now. Helena. Positive note, in a morbid sense, there's no horses to startle anymore.
Okay.
That's true. So this guy down at the bottom is the one that's being held.
This guy down south, right here, is currently invisible and bound and glowing.
But the one that you had spotted or had heard.
Yeah, it is the one that you had heard. Now, down.
Is he like stuck there for a certain?
He certainly looks stuck there for a while, yeah.
Okay. I assume this thing goes pretty far.
Oh, yeah.
120.
Yeah.
For the low one. I assume he's close enough.
Yeah.
Which one are you shooting at?
The diameter of the map, yeah.
Sorry, so which one are you shooting at?
The top one.
Okay. Make your attack roll. That'll hit. You will get your sneak attack because there is an ally within 5 feet. 25. Yeah, that hits. You do 25 damage. He's hurting, but he's well, not dead. Got a hole in his shoulder.
I think I'm gonna walk my limit just towards the guy on the ground.
Oh, fair, fair. Just get closer to the invisible guy. Totally fair. Yeah. After that, Sar.
Okay. I'm going to. move up, and I'm going to. Oh yes. Where's it gone? Okay, yeah, that's an action. I forget. Can I? No. Yes. I don't.
I don't know.
Uh, can I cantrip and leveled spell?
No.
Cantrip
No.
and leveled spell, yes.
Oh, you
Yes.
can?
Okay.
Yeah, cantrip and leveled
So
spell,
long
yes.
as it's not overlapping like actions and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as it's not 2 actions, you can do an action, bonus action.
Oh.
But you can't
Okay.
do 2 leveled spells.
In which case, I will. Yes.
Hmm.
Just because, yeah, I'm not remotely sure that they're going to be actually stuck there. I'm also going to gravity spec.
Oh, to make sure they can't run.
This one down here.
Mm-hmm.
Just at cantrip level. Wait,
Okay.
hold on. Should that be cantrip? No, yeah, it was cantrip. But
That's confusing.
it is. I agree.
I'm confused.
Hmm.
It's definitely cantrip because the higher levels is read off as a cantrip if you read it. It's just the
Oh,
way that it's in there. It's
gotcha.
kind of
Yeah.
funky.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it is a cantrip.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that when cantrips have high level things, that throws me for a loop every single
Yeah.
time. And then I will a cre- oh, it's just one. Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if healing word was additional creatures or so
Mass healing word at third
just
level
just base off
is
of
a third level spell.
my yeah, just based off of my passive perception at the moment. What's my gut reaction of who's looking rough or not?
Probably Corwin and Dribbly are the worst.
All right. In which case, I'll do a third level healing word on Corwin, which is going to have a bit more than this because hold on. Because of my moonsickle, which I always forget about the details of. An extra d4. And yeah. Hey,
So
that might make all the difference. Who knows?
that's 14 total.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Thank you. Hmm.
All right. This guy is up north. Sorry, did you want? I think you moved already, so I think you're good. You're done.
I have, yes.
This guy up north is going to toss down, just let it go. A neat little smoke bomb, sort of obscuring the whole area in smoke. Like this whole, it's all smoky now.
Mm.
Little beknownst to him, I'm pretty sure a bee has blind sight, so it's not going to do any good. Would you like to take your attack of opportunity, Mothership?
Yes, that would be good.
And given your positioning and the fact that you're kind of flying like 5 feet off the ground, you don't worry about his cover for his his cover.
No.
Don't need to worry about the bonus for his cover. Sadly, that's going to be a miss. He's not gonna physically move, guys. Just like he's here, you know. He's like inside the smoke, but that's the edge of the map, so he's not gonna go any further. But he's currently running. That was his action and movement. So he's gonna bonus action to dash. So he's now like 50 feet. Yeah, 50, 60 feet away. Okay, Corwin.
I mean, I can't really even get up that slope unless I dash, at least not in one turn. Is he out of, like, let's say I go there, you said he's like 60?
There's a
feet
cloud of
off
smoke
the
there. You cannot see through the cloud of smoke.
Okay, yeah, I can't see through him.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess ultimately, I mean, from wherever I was, I think it would just be more angled down here, and it would have been 30 feet in that direction.
Sure.
So I would run down there. This guy is grav spec and all that stuff. Does he look like he just can't move? He's totally restrained, and he, like, does it look like he's going to be able to do something on his next turn?
You have zero clue. He's literally invisible, covered in ropes. You do
Gotcha.
like and like faintly glowing. You have no idea.
And sparkles, yes.
Like he could be a shrimp person for all you know. You don't know. That's a funny thought. But yeah, you know, you have no clue.
Okay, well, I got the hunter's mark on him. Is the fairy fire still persistent?
Yes.
Still gonna. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just attack him. I don't think that it will. Well, let me take a moment and say, should we keep him alive? Does anybody respond?
So I was gonna say probably not.
Wait, do you guys even know which one you're talking about?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, no, that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just gonna attack.
Does
this
it
guy.
though?
I mean,
Well,
at the very
the
least,
thing that we do know, like what we've just been told, is they'd be sort of just trying to share more info if anyone gets away.
right, but at the same time, the other guy's gonna do that too. So, but either way, yeah, it makes sense to just kill him. But I was hoping to get maybe some information out of him. I think that's Corwin's lean in general to do that, but
Then why are you
know,
gonna shoot him?
well, because Sar just said yeah.
Yeah.
And ultimately, he
yeah,
didn't need
because
much to tip him
things
over.
are still going on, and we, yeah.
And there's
In the
lots of
heat
times
of the
where
moment, it's we're not in a position to take prisoners right now.
that, and there's like prisoners won't allow themselves to be taken. And
Yeah.
in many cases, we've kind of seen that already. So I do think I would
Do
just
you?
attack.
But yeah, basically, Sar's reaction to that sort of quick question in the heat of combat is probably not. That's all.
Okay. Well, XR, are you still saying like you don't think that's how I would react, or?
You're gonna do whatever you're gonna do. I just if you were hesitating, I didn't know why you were asking. Like if you the character were like, well, we shouldn't kill him. We should get information. I don't know why you'd ask, but if you ask, you're gonna do what you are gonna do, right? I'm not do what you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in that moment, it seemed like you were hesitating, and then you asked, so I wasn't sure what was happening.
And
Well,
I
I mean,
can't answer in my form, so.
yeah, right. And I mean, did Helena say anything? I assume not. But I mean, my plan B was just to then dash and close distance and just be close enough to be able to react, you know? And I like what you're saying makes sense. So, because I did want to try to restrain him, obviously. That was the actions I've been taking.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So-
totally up to you. I just feel like you're gonna do what you think is best in the moment, and if that was ask for input, you were given input. Now what do you do?
I mean, okay, then really what I want to do is get up to this guy and knock him out. Get him unconscious. You know what I mean? That's what I would want to try to do.
Well, then do
I
that,
can't
yeah.
do that by shooting arrows at him. So, yeah. I
You're
guess
gonna
I
run up
can't
to him,
actually.
basically.
Yeah, if I dash, like, I guess I'm gonna run up right next to Helena. That's as close as I can get.
Okay, fair.
And then I don't know. I don't know what Dribbly would do without direction other than just close distance as well. So I
Fair.
think he would just wind up coming up to there.
Fair. Fair.
That's me.
All right, Itella. I think in this context, given the landscape as you guys sort of get further and further off the map, you would be able to reach this guy with your movement if you wanted to. The
Yeah,
running away guy.
because he's running again. Yeah, no, I'll attack him again.
Yeah, you'd fly up to him and sting.
Mm-hmm.
That one will hit.
Okay.
He needs a con save. Oh, not supposed to be at advantage. That's a success though. So he's going to take. Oh yeah, plus 5 damage to 10, 14 total damage. I think we're gonna call him dead.
Nice. Clutch.
I don't know that I feel any better. I'm going to come out of my bee form so I can search his body.
Yeah, I mean you'll drop it. I mean I'm pretty sure you can drop it as a bonus action, which given the Wrath of Nature gives you 1 level of exhaustion. So definitely remember that, and then that's the end of your turn, and it's Helena's turn. And
I think for druids, dropping is technically a free action.
you might have to check that. Helena, what you doing?
Would I have any idea of how to make someone not invisible?
Flower.
Give me an Arcana check. Mostly with your capabilities, probably just waiting for the effect to end is the most likely way. Other than that, if you have a means to dispel magic, that would probably work. And beyond that, the only way is for them to end it themselves through their own actions or choosing to end it. As far as you're aware.
So could I run up to him and tackle where I think he might be and just be like, uninvisible, please?
Right,
No,
the jig is up.
you can sort of see a shimmer of
Yeah,
him.
you see a vague shape.
Yeah, due to the Sar sort of
the fairy fire,
guessing
yeah.
right with your running and the fairy fire.
Yeah, so he's sort of like vaguely outlined, and then he's held to the ground with these ropes from Corwin. So you can see the general shape and location of this person.
And all the grass is sort of pointing towards it as well with the gravity spec.
Oh yeah, with the gravity spec and everything. So it's like I think looking at it, you see the shape of a person that's probably pretty close to your height, maybe a little smaller and a little thinner, but the details escape you. You can't see the details. You don't see a person. It's just a little glowing person shape. But yeah, you can totally tackle him and be like, hey, stop being invisible.
That's funny.
Show yourself.
So from a mechanical standpoint, would you like to use your action to grapple them, or would you like to use your action to try and persuade them to drop their invisibility?
I think persuade them.
Okay, give me a persuasion check. That does not work. So you're kind of I think at this point you're holding onto the ropes because it's what you see, right? So you're physically holding onto the ropes. In this for this instance, that's going to take us out of turn order. As you guys have now, for the moment, captured this invisible person, and I think we're gonna hop on break and come back to you guys conversating with this invisible person.
Job, dude.
Yeah, so I think we'll be back in roughly 10 minutes. It's lunchtime, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we'll see y'all in a few.
We are not a sentimental age. On our shoulders is a boulder of a debt we cannot pay. We are not a sentimental age. My diagnosis says I tend to disengage. I'd rather have my privacy, I'd rather have my space. These are just the pills I have to take. We are not a sentimental age. When I dream, we're all melting together, synchronized in a mass embrace. Beads of water folded together like a North Shore wave. How strange, we're parts of each other. How strange, I'll never even know your name. I'll never even know your name. I'll never even know your name. We are not a sentimental age. We don't want our parents' China or their ticker tape parades. We are not a sentimental age. We are not a sentimental age. Keep on riding. Keep on riding. Keep on riding. traded in a tie-dye jumpsuit and a gutter punk kid with a neck tattoo. They're hooking up at the unisex bathroom. It was Brooklyn, it was Friday, it was love. Across the bar sat the hip-hop purists, arguing with the jazz obscurists. And in the corner were the terrified tourists. Brooklyn, Friday love. Angel choirs on the corner all night. Some Johnny Cash and Jackson 5. A little heaven you can stumble into. We got your invite tonight. Don't try to fight. Oh, it's just Brooklyn on a Friday. Don't try to fight. Oh, it's just Brooklyn on a Friday. They come from Mississippi and La La Land, and new wave hippies and the pop goth glam. It's just 'cause parents don't understand. a king-size bed, was an escape plan, was an open hand. Now it's a dog from hell, it's a dream you sell, it's an epitaph, it's a photograph. And the ghosts of the boulevard, littered with lonely hearts. The city like a graveyard, once was a postcard. When you lose your wonder, and you can't remember where we were living in the days of thunder. 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 Living in the days of
Sorry, I am here, by the way.
Are we all back?
Looks like it.
I'm here.
I'm just chilled, that's all. God. How could it have been 65 yesterday and the high today is 45?
Closer it gets to dark, the colder it gets in the desert. Alrighty, if we are ready to hop back into it, we have 27 seconds left on this ad break, and then we'll do that. Mute
Oh,
myself.
I just realized I'd been muted this whole time. Not that I was saying anything of consequence.
It's always one and not the other, I swear.
Mhm.
Alrighty, we're ready to go.
Yes. So we got a prisoner, kind of. Our temporary guest.
Temporary guest. There you go.
Oh, dang it. I gotta check a thing real quick. Then we'll get back to it. 2 seconds stream.
Oh gosh, there's so many options for ways to try to play this out. Whether or not it would go any valid ways is questionable, but there's all of these. There's about 6 different branches, all of which have a dozen twigs of what might happen next.
Mm.
Unfortunately, Corwin does not have intimidation, investigation, or persuasion. Proficiencies, at least. If someone else did, they'd probably be a pretty good interrogator.
Is that when you check mark them?
Yeah, the
I don't.
because
Huh?
what it like the check mark gives you an extra bonus to the sort of number next to the check mark that leads to a higher yeah.
Yeah, so if it's check mark, it's going to be the related attribute modifier plus your proficiency bonus. Sometimes
I
higher.
have investigation.
Oh, is that the only one you have checked for some reason?
No, I have multiple checks, but out of the ones that he said.
Ah, I gotcha. All right. If y'all are ready, let's do this.
So I don't think any of us have a
Bam.
persuasion proficiency.
I have a body to search before we do anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
So
right.
we'll get that done real quick so she can return to the group, and then we can, or he can return to the group, and we can deal with this Spectre person.
That's what I was thinking.
I've got deception, which I've got
Oh, I'm so
maybe.
surprised.
Yeah.
I've got a potential idea. We'll see how it goes.
So you're checking out his body. I mean, there's a heavy crossbow, there's a dagger, there's some leather armor, and there's a lot of supplies that sort of like stick together to make something that looks from a distance like a bush.
Okay.
That's it.
This is going to sound horrible. This is going to sound so horrible. Does he have horns?
Oh yeah. So this will be another one of the tieflings, and he does have horns. That is correct.
I'm going to wiggle the horns and see if they come off.
Well, you know, after last time, that is fair. So you reach down and you go to wiggle the horns, but these ones seem to be firmly in place.
Okay. It felt weird doing that, but okay.
It sort of
Does
boggles.
this arm come off? Does this finger come off?
Oh man.
Okay. So,
Well, yes, it does, but that's just
no,
blood.
yeah,
But you know how much
That
effort
I
do
am
you have to put
interested
for?
in, okay.
Oh man.
Mm.
So at this stage, I think we're going to come back to you're like, you check the horns, you check the body, you're done, you're heading back to the group. As you're coming,
yeah, there's nothing there I want.
as
Okay.
you're coming back to the group, I think we come to we come to Helena holding on to this invisible person, and this invisible person just oh, and you said please uninvisible, I think it was.
Yeah.
And this person just replies, please let go of me. How about that?
Does he roll persuasion?
No, she does not. But yeah, still invisible, hasn't done anything else yet. Still sort of vaguely glowing. I will say, Helena, you're like at this point physically like holding on to this person, or you know the rope that's holding on to them. As mentioned before, they're definitely smaller than you, but like quite a bit smaller than you. You know, whatever that means. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to do you want to try and talk to this person? Do you want to wait the invisibility out? What are you doing? Also, I just will remind you guys, the cart and the horses and the logs, that's all in the road burning still, so
Yeah, but we can't do anything about that.
So what
Maybe.
Sar's going to do, like Sar's going to have continued his pace up that he was doing already, and grab.
uh-oh. Shit.
No.
Scott's down.
Mm.
Okay. What's Scott doing? Oh, what's Sar doing, I should say?
Oh my word! Like so clearly this is the right thing to do, seeing as the cult doesn't want me to say this.
We'll see.
Because they took down my Discord to prevent me from saying this.
But they can't silence you.
Yeah.
What is it? What's
God. So I'm going to continue pace up to them, and so they seem like roughly humanoid.
Oh yeah.
In my sparkles.
I think the best way to put this is definitely bigger, like taller height wise than like a halfling or a gnome, but noticeably smaller than Helena.
Yeah. So what Sar's going to do is sort of grab them, sort of try to sort of grab them sort of by the collar, and say,
So somewhere in that location.
Who was the idiot that followed along with this? Do they not realize this would lead to the blazing demise?
Wait, Will, now, hey, now, you can't just go around saying things like that.
It just did.
You can't go around leading to things like this. This could be the end of it all for us.
Right. Give me a persuasion check. But hold on.
Because I'm fully bluffing here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on. No, give me a deception check first, because you're gonna do both for a reason. All right. So you are lying. I can really hear myself, and it's kind of bugging me. I don't know who that's coming from. So yeah, you're lying to this person, right?
Yes. Well, as far maybe I don't know the truth of the matter. So as far as I know, I'm lying.
I guess what it feels like to me is, you're speaking from the perspective of this will cause more destruction than implied.
Yeah, and I'm also sort of implying that I'm on their side.
Yeah, okay. So
which
it's definitely deception.
Yeah.
I would say it's definitely deception. The thing is, there's just there's definitely this long pause, and she goes, "Okay, look, I'm just hired to do a job," and the invisibility fades, and you see this a very small tiefling, it probably looks really young, like at most like 19. She's got like this like very dark gray, almost black skin, and her horns are like really tight against her head and come all the way back, kind of like this, like a little tiara almost. And she goes, "Look, okay. All I do is I just watch. I didn't have no hand in killing nobody. Okay. And if you're gonna sit here talking about the blazing demise, like that's just well outside my pay grade. I look. Okay, I got a deal for you. I mean, she did just watch you kill all of these people. I think at this point, Mothership, I tell, is like, on the way back, probably relatively close. She's like, okay, I got a deal for you. Just let me go, and I'll connect you to someone with the authority to discuss this whole blazing demise thing, right? What do you say?
Well, from what I'm hearing, is that the people that paid you want this blazing demise to happen, considering what you've all been doing.
Okay, look, I don't know anything about them, but that guy just like breathed fire and killed a bunch of horses. Like that's a whole new thing for me. Like I don't know what that was about, and that seems pretty blazing to me. So I get where you're coming from.
Can I tell if they're lying?
Give me an insight check. This person is being very sincere. It almost seems like the kind of thing like where you get. This is going to be like a weird connection, but somebody hires you, but you never meet the person that hires you, and the moment you do, they're completely different than you thought they were. Like that's what's happened here.
Right.
And it's like, oh, I mean, she'll probably even just continue like, we just thought we were working for a bunch of crazy priests. I didn't even know fire was involved. All right. Clearly it is.
Forward.
Oh, she's held in place. She's not trying to escape. You'll note that. But
Right.
She'll like sort of nod her head, tilt her head in the direction of the currently blazing fire that's burning down the horses. Sorry. And she'll go, look, I didn't even know fire was involved, but clearly it is. And now that I've seen that, I can tell the boss, and yeah, maybe he'll agree with you that this particular contract will lead to the blazing demise, right? Because certainly looks like it. Like leans over and looks at the fire.
Yeah. Also, I mean, weaving it in there somehow, Corwin is going to tell Dribbly, "Go get the beacon, please," since he's immune to fire, and that's all we really.
And just sort of scooch it across the ground. Sure.
Just get it out of the burning stuff.
How can he get it?
I mean, he's big enough to basically.
He must be bigger than I think.
Manhandle. He's the size of a horse.
Pretty close.
He's a medium. I ride him. He's mounted,
relatively speaking. In
a few more levels, he'll spout wings, and I can. Well, he's got wings. I can fly him. He'll become a large. The point. So eventually, he's gonna be big. But that kind of leads us to focus on this person, and Corwin would turn back and say, maybe we can make a deal, but let's just keep answering our questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure that I have another question, but you guys were coming up with great questions, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure this person knows that much, though.
Sar's going to Cohen sort of saying that with starting to walk away, turn back to them and say, you still haven't told us who hired you for this.
Okay, look. Technically speaking, I'm. What's the? I keep trying to like move their hands, but they're bound, so I'm gonna keep doing that. I keep,
they're sort of they're sort of uncomfortable, sort of
like sort of just moving about.
body language.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the word. Yeah.
Well, it's like very tense, but look, technically speaking, I don't know that information. I'm assigned the task and I do the task. The boss knows that kind of thing.
Do I get there about now?
Yeah, I'd say you're here by now.
So who's your boss?
Mm-hmm. Tony Dan.
Well, he's in my notes somewhere, and I haven't been looking for him for the last 5 minutes. That's not what's happening.
Do we need to rip off one of your horns to find your notes?
Oh my God.
I'm joking. I don't realistically say that because
I know. But...
intimidation is not what Saw tends to do.
Okay,
This is basically Saw sort of stretching the limits of his abilities right now.
fair. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm not supposed to tell you stuff like that, and
I don't think you're supposed to get caught either.
Okay. Let's make a deal. You're not gonna kill me, right?
Maybe not.
If we were going to kill you, unless you give us a reason to, you'd be dead.
Well, define that.
Like-
What's reason to?
Like, and gestures to the rest of them. Like the rest of the bodies, that is.
Your fate is in your own hands.
Yeah, but like when you say reason to kill me, do you mean like as long as I don't attack you, I'll be fine, right? That's what that means, right?
One interpretation.
Or talk about it. Probably.
Well, I mean, I can't tell them that you guys suspect the blazing demise if I don't talk about you, so that kind of doesn't work, does it?
If we could,
Or I guess just
I don't know how to talk to
not
the group,
something
you know, like in character. But like, if we could possibly trust this person, and we could know that they're going to go back and say that they killed us, and they're on the way back, or something misleading. You know what I mean? But we can't really know that unless somebody has the means to ensure that they do it, like a command spell or something.
That's kind of weird because it's like I don't know how much of that's like actually happening in character, but
So after him sort of speaking about how unsure he is about all that sort of stuff,
Mhm.
I'll for one actually how long does it gravity spec even last?
I think it's next turn.
Yeah, so it probably would have gone off anyway. But so I'll sit them up, still with like their bindings and whatnot, not, but sit down with them and say, look, yeah, we don't want to kill you, and it's an absolute mess that I believe you that you've just got caught up in an absolute mess. Sort of upon saying that, looks over to Corwin and Helena, sort of to see if they're sort of agreeing with that statement. Just the sort of implicit like comment,
But this is a mess.
Facial features and whatnot, like
Okay.
when you sort of agree, sort of,
Sure.
or disagree, seeing if either of them disagreed with anything I was saying in that moment.
I'm gonna do a screen.
But we need to know what you need in order to have this mission go well. And we need to know what the goal of your boss is in order to know how we can align our interests, right?
What's difficult about it? We take contracts. We fulfill the contracts. You're the contract. We're supposed to kill you. Just to be clear, I don't kill people. I just watch people. All right. I'm not one of the killer ones. No, that's not me.
So
Yeah,
you're saying,
I get that. That's yeah.
you are
Go ahead.
saying you are part of the group. I can't think of the name. My mind is from blank.
The blade
The
between
cult.
assassins.
You are part of the blade.
Well, I mean, yeah, like technically. I'm not saying I haven't killed people before. I'm just saying that's not my job. I watch people. I report back with information.
Okay.
You know?
I am
he's
actually going
sincere.
to growl and turn around and walk away.
Yeah.
All right, look,
You
I
see-
get it. You guys don't trust me. I understand that. But can I just make a really words escape me, poignant point here, all right? I could get away if I wanted to, but I'm sitting here talking to you instead. You had previously caught me, but right now I could get away.
So we're being kind to each other, right?
Right. Because I believe that you might be correct. And that
So
is a dangerous
we-
prospect.
Exactly. So all I'm saying is that we need to discuss what comes out best for both of us.
I'm gonna knock an arrow and do a held action. If he tries to escape at all, I'm just gonna shoot at him.
And upon hearing that bow behind my head being knocked, because there's a lot of people here that would love to just make this go away.
Mm.
Well, yeah, but if you do that, and she's like looking right at Corwin now. Yeah, but if you do that, it's not going to go away. The problem's going to persist. I'll just be another scout that failed. Somebody will replace me, just like they'll replace them, and it's only going to get worse.
Which is why we need to talk. Both you and us.
But I don't have the power to do anything except connect you to my boss. And that's only if he agrees. Like,
But
I
what
can
do
only
you
try.
want? Is it
I mean, not to die. Obviously.
obviously? Yes. But we're beyond that now because assuming you don't do anything stupid, you're fine, right?
I mean, I don't have to do anything to jeopardize this conversation.
Exactly. And all I want to know is what do you... Oh, what's your name?
Jet.
Jet. Nice to meet you, Jet. What do you, Jet, want? Not your boss. Not your organization that may or may not want the blazing hell to happen. But what do you want?
I like to think you said it wrong on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled my eyes upon saying blazing hell.
What do I want? Look. I owe the Blade a whole lot of money. And I told him I wouldn't kill for him, so this was the compromise. You understand? So, what I want is to pay off that debt. And get the hell out of here.
How much is it?
Right now, kind of looks down. Firstly, you'll note this person is very young. I imagine much younger than all of you. And she goes, 13,793 gold pieces at the moment.
Oh,
I just have a whole lot more jobs before this one's solved, so kind of want to finish what I'm supposed to do, which is report back information. And from what I see, The report's not going to need an update, if you get my drift. You're just really good at doing the same thing you've been doing the whole time, right? This way I can still give them the report, but also mention that you talked about the blazing demise and ask about you meeting the boss, yeah?
Oh, Jet, how did you? 13k gold, 14k gold.
This-
Uh,
I haven't-
I
Look,
can.
I don't want to talk
Okay.
about it, okay?
Sorry. Okay.
Somebody else a
I'm
gambling
sorry.
problem.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jet. I just have to know. Just a little smallest detail. Did something happen, or is this them taking advantage of you? That's all I want to know. And like, I don't want to pry too much, but please, I can't hear about that sort of money and not know how the hell it happened.
Well, I think the short answer is yes.
Okay. I get it. Yeah, I very much get it.
Hey, but if I set up a meeting that goes a long way to preventing the blazing demise, maybe they'll just forget about my debt, right? What do you think? Is that possible?
Yeah, maybe. Is that something we want, guys? Do we want a meeting
Well,
with that?
Jet, tell us, if we were to meet up with them,
Mm-hmm.
would we have to travel south because we've got a long journey ahead of us north?
Once we go back and get another cart.
I can't and I won't tell you where it is. I would like to emphasize can't,
Okay, I'll rephrase.
but there
we want to
is,
travel north a bunch. Will it be a pain in the ass for us
to set up a meeting? No.
to attend a meeting?
Yeah, that's a fair specification. No. That being said, there's not a small chance, depending on the path you take, that it could be like a day out of your way. But that's not too bad, right?
Will you give us a moment?
Well, as long as I'm stuck here and this one's holding on to me, I ain't going nowhere, right? That's what
Yeah.
you think, right? She
Hey,
smiles.
it's up to you. Yeah.
I'm not gonna, drop my held action. So I'm not gonna
It's
step
fair,
away.
Yeah.
If you wanted to step away so that he can't hear, go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
trust.
basically, I'm sort of saying that I've been talking for a long time and sort of without any sort of say so from the party.
Like I said, if we
Basically, want
want
to see where everyone else's standing is.
to set up the meeting, that's an option. So if we don't, I mean, what do we get by letting this person go? It's kind of the bottom line. And if it's to set up a meeting, if that's what we want, my vote is whatever the consensus of the group is. So
Hey.
Do you think that we would go into the meeting and then they'd be like, "You fools, you're here now."
it could easily be a trap, absolutely, or an ambush or whatever. Just like we knew this was gonna be. So
Is Mothership around, or are dogs being, or are the dogs able to take over?
They could sniff out an ambush, I'm sure.
Okay. I'm going to say, you two keep watching him. You come here. Sorry. So we're a little bit away.
The druids
Okay,
need to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. if we let
Oh, wow.
if we let her go and give a weak report, not very strong report, it'll at least misguide them for a little bit, and we keep going, and they could be setting up the meeting and getting that all set up, and we could just keep going. Does that make sense?
That is true. Yeah.
It would distract
it
them from us a little bit.
it could. Yeah. It at least gives us options
Mm-hmm.
for like by the time that the meeting occurs.
Set up the meeting, but not necessarily go. We decide later.
Yeah. Day
Yes.
of, we can decide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
And
sort
we
of
can decide
near, like
without the
within
report.
the sort of couple of days of. Yeah. That makes sense. This way, we have more cards, even
Mm-hmm.
if those cards might mean that. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Hey, cuz. Like, looks back up at you. How'd you end up with this bunch?
I'm not really sure how to we work together.
I
Right,
already
right.
said don't talk to me.
Right. So, you took a job, and now you're with these guys. Looks at the bow, points it at her head.
Well, yeah, it's kind of our group now a little bit.
Oh, darn
Oh
it.
no.
He's having a day. And he's back.
That's funny.
Can I offer them the obsidian bucket for maybe they could sell it?
Oh,
Oh, you want to offer it to her? To sell for money to help pay towards the debt. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I mean, you could absolutely do that. Yes, you can make that offer.
Like donating it.
But it is also 14,000 gold,
Mm-hmm.
which is sort of like the value of a small town.
Right. It's
The bucket?
no the debt.
Their
Yeah.
debt.
Oh.
It's the kind of level of
Right.
the level of a debt that you probably wouldn't get unless you pissed off a rich person.
right.
I know, but
It's a
I'll be like,
thought.
I don't
Yeah, I thought
a
that
whole
counts.
town's worth of money, but I have this obsidian bucket.
Well, maybe the bucket will be a drop in the bucket, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If it's part of the character to, be charitable and donating.
You can absolutely
Well,
make the offer. That's
Yeah.
not a problem. This is whether or not they'd accept it. Who knows?
and it makes it
I'm
more.
kind of hoping they'll like us a little bit more.
That's what I was thinking. It'll make it more likely to do what we're asking.
Yeah.
Or is it a veiled threat?
You stick your feet in these and pour some concrete in them. And drop you in the river. But yeah, you can make that offer if that's something you'd like to do.
Yeah.
But don't forget she's tied up, so hey, you want this bucket? What am I gonna do with this bucket?
Come get it. Here, take it. Why won't you take it?
It's got to be worth something.
I will remind you as you're offering the bucket that there was mention that the dwarves might be interested in it.
Yeah.
Can you still
Now you're
hear
just
me?
showing it off.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know that it would make a huge difference. It would probably take time to find somebody purchase such an exotic thing. You know? Plus, I was just gonna come back here after I give my report and take all their weapons and sell those. What?
I was looking through my list of like, what can I add something to it? I could.
I like the idea of
I like.
you're just like making a donation bucket in your bucket.
Yeah.
Also,
I
yeah,
like look
Teller and
behind
I are
me.
just sort of chatting off in the distance right now.
Yeah.
I go Corwin, because
What?
is he there?
Yeah, Corwin's there with a bow trained on Jet,
Okay.
Yeah.
which is the name of
Do
your
we
prisoner
need a
here.
raincoat?
Let's
Do we need a raincoat?
set this up like this.
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't mind when it rains. How do we usually handle it? I don't know. Do we need a raincoat? I don't know. And I kind of look at Dribbly. He just shrugs.
Okay, I look back and I go, I'll throw in this raincoat.
I mean, look, if you're gonna give me stuff that I can sell, I'm not gonna say no, right? Maybe take a crazy person to say no. Look, I'm not that kind of crazy.
All right. I'll give him the bucket and the oil-coated raincoat.
You just set
Because
it
they're
on the
still
ground.
on the ground.
Just like
Yeah.
set them on the ground in front of them.
These are yours if you live.
It's kind of rude. Thanks for the stuff.
Oh. Are Tella and Sar still just chatting away, or are they gonna
No,
come
I
back?
think we're done.
I
Oh,
Yeah,
was
like we were sort of, and yeah. So basically, they know that all it is there's a potential of it all ending if they screw us over, and we sort of start walking back and see them being handed raincoats and whatnot.
Yeah, I think
Okay, yeah.
she would look up at you guys as you walk back, and she goes, "Look, there's a donation bucket for my debt. Would you like to put something in it?"
God.
Hmm.
Just, I'm sorry, it's just so surreal that we're talking about the end of everything, and yeah, there's that extra few gold. No, we've
You're insinuating his 14,000 gold debt is meaningless in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever I'm talking to them, I'm in full trying my best to sort of hold my deception of I have no freaking idea of what the hell's going on, but I've gotta keep it going.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's the plan?
So I'll look at the party of
All right. I think we may have a deal.
Right. So
So what do we?
to recap,
What do we?
it's the same question you're asking. So to recap, what's the deal exactly?
We're going to let you go, and you are going to set up and tell them that, we did the same thing again and won. And we want to have a meeting because we don't want the end to happen.
the blazing demise is
Yes.
not in our interest.
We'd like
Correct.
to stop killing your people if possible.
That would be good too.
Right. I gotcha. So I'll set up a meeting. to discuss the possibility of the blazing demise occurring from the completion of the contract involving all of you. Okay, I can do that.
We better not have any trouble going forward from here. Otherwise, the meeting's off.
Corwin's gonna kind of puff up a little bit, take a step closer, and say, "I want to know how you turn invisible. How'd you do that?"
Well, are you familiar with a little thing called shadow magic? And she's like, her arms are like this, so she's like, shadow magic?
I'm not sure. Should I roll Arcana? I mean, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
I might have heard of it. I don't know.
I don't think you would know
Okay.
enough about it. Like, yeah, that sounds like a thing that's probably a thing, but I don't know anything about it.
And I'm going to, just based on a,
Well, you're involved. You're technically
No.
involved in the conversation.
just the sort of thing of, I've run into a lot of different types of people.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, not actually knowing details, just I've bumped into a lot of people
Yeah.
and helped a lot of people.
For
Give
sure.
it a shot.
I mean, you're all there. You can all try that Arcana if you want.
No
Oof.
idea.
Mhm.
But me doing 15 on the Arcana there, that just means that I can sort of... That's just a further bluff to my deception. Sure. Yeah.
I feel like a 15 would be enough to know that it's technically, with like an asterisk, you know, one of those things, technically like a subset of illusion magic, and it kind of just pulls the like illusion closer to reality. That's like probably what she's referring to, but you don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? Kind of an
Yeah.
of it.
Indeed, and the only Arcana I was sort of even meaning to do there is just sort of Arcana that I might have been told in passing or encountered in passing via
Sure.
folk I've briefly helped out or whatnot,
You know, it's
as opposed to like studying or anything like
definitely.
that.
In case for yourself, it's probably something like, oh yeah, it's great for manipulating what people can and can't see. Which works
fits
well for
very
you.
nicely, yeah.
Well, it works well for your job and for hers. And she goes, so she goes, yeah, I mean, I think we have a deal, right? Unless you have more
Sounds like it.
questions, Mr. Arrowman.
Corwin will take a step back and look around and say, "I think so."
Hey. Well,
Oh, hold on. First, before you head off,
I gotta know,
tell
you
us
put down your
this.
bow, right?
I took a step back. I did not drop my held action.
Okay, fair.
But before you head off, do tell us this. What were you told when it came to this party?
I was told that there was a contract to kill you, and that unlike most contracts, and she eyeballs the still raging fire that was your cart. This is meant to represent the brazier, not the cart. Just I didn't mention that.
Yeah.
She like eyeballs the fire, and she goes, but unlike most contracts, I was informed that the employer was getting impatient and would be sending representatives to accompany the next attempt. They seem to have made a mess, wouldn't you say?
More than you know. But when it comes to the party, you weren't told any specifics about casters or...
Well, I mean, I was given the same information as the assassins themselves, which was to focus fire on the casters, and that was pretty much it. Mostly that the two spellcasters were the primary threat, and that they should be eliminated before they could do devastating damage or heal anyone. Clearly, that failed. And like I said, I won't even update them that you can turn into a bear. And she smiles.
Mm,
I will.
with deception. That was just the costume.
I will tell them it was just the same.
Inside Sar's head, he's thinking, so turning into a bear was all for naught.
It was weird. It was itchy. I still got the taste of that guy's armor in my mouth. Not worth it.
I hated every second of it.
But yeah, no. She definitely seems to be indicating that she will head off and attempt to make this this deal meeting to set up this meeting. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we're going for.
Well, we'll be moving on. Once we fix... Well, no, we've got to completely replace everything now, thanks to all of you lot setting us back. So you can consider your debt 1,000 GP more now. But
Give me that bucket back.
I'll tell you what. There's a way I can tell you guys about the meeting without anybody having to hunt you down again. Would you prefer that?
What's the way?
Can I show you?
I assume that it's a scribable material.
No, hardly. Just a very obvious thing. She goes, just a very obvious thing, and she looks to the sky.
Sa also. He's a star druid. He's definitely looking straight to the sky, and just excitedly looking to the sky.
You look to the sky, and she goes, I can't tell you when I'm tied up and there's a guy aiming a bow at my head. But then I can show you, after that. After you stop. Or, I could just send somebody to track you down.
Sar's going to pull out his sickle and sort of look at the other party members. Sort of basically for any sort of disagreement, like head disagreement or approval of...
Just a nod.
Yeah, clearly he's about to cut him free. Her free, sorry.
I think Helena might discreetly prepare to bolt after them if they need to.
Yeah.
But agree.
Yeah. So just Corwin then.
Well, yeah, Corwin's gonna continue to take steps backwards, as the situation, as Sar's about to, free them.
Sure.
And he'll drop his held action at that point. It was always a held action to be if they attacked anyway, really. You know what I mean? So
fair, but she doesn't know that.
and I was being threatening, so that was accurate. But I'm definitely not threatening anymore. I wouldn't be aiming at their head,
Fair.
So I still have the bow and everything. Things go crazy. I'm still right here.
Yeah.
And so we'll also still look over to Itala.
You're good.
While walking behind them, but not uncutting them yet.
Yeah. So it looks like you got approval from everyone.
Yeah.
No, well, depending on Itala.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So yeah. cut them loose.
I mean,
And upon doing so, say, I hope we can work well together, now and in the future.
she stands up, she stretches, and she like sort of tilts her head towards the clouds again, like up into the sky. And you see the clouds like shape into really dark storm clouds and just form the word deal.
Now that's a skill. I like that one.
So they can communicate via clouds.
I like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, I imagine you guys want to get moving. And I
Yeah.
would
So
rather
you
not.
had this as Sar will, upon seeing that, will immediately say, so you knew that, and they knew that this was possibility.
Oh, what? The writing in the sky thing? Yeah. But it's not exactly the most subtle form of communication. Although how many people are going to look up into the sky and see clouds that say deal and have any idea what that means, right?
Just deal with it.
They prefer I don't use it because it isn't subtle, and they hired me, well, so to speak, for subtlety.
There's the subtlety that you were hired for, but it's clear that there were backup plans in place if putting deal in the sky was already a valid option.
Well, you got to have a lineup of contingencies when you've got 14,000 gold worth of debt because of never mind.
No, go on. Because of why? You're awfully young.
Well, give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Yeah. None of your business.
Well, maybe I'll tell you next time we meet. You know,
Yeah,
assuming
next time we catch you, hopefully it'll be on better circumstances.
assuming it's yeah, exactly, under better circumstances. She's going to sort of like she does like this, and like dark smoke kind of erupts from her finger and like forms into a hand and reaches down towards the bucket and tries to pick it up, and she goes, "Oh, that thing's really heavy, isn't it?" That's not gonna work. So she just reaches down and picks it up herself, and other little hands, like little shadow hands, like next to her.
As the raincoat.
Yeah, with the raincoat. Puts the raincoat on the hand. Well, hopefully they don't decide they need to kill you. Or, you know what? She kind of leans in and says this like super quietly. Or, hopefully if necessary you kill them, right? Okay. Sounds like a deal. Hope to see you soon and not dead.
Likewise, I hope you remember this.
It's pretty unforgivable, somebody that gives you a 40-pound frickin' bucket made of, what is this?
Obsidian?
Right, what the... It's crazy, thank you. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Murder weapon. Bye.
If you put it on vendors' heads, then you can steal from
Right.
I won't be able to get it off.
I think at first she's just like leisurely walking into the north. And then she's going to just disappear and reappear like 60 feet away and just keep going.
And out of politeness, I won't try to sort of hey, I can still see you.
It's the kind of thing, I disappeared from here. Do you know where I am? You don't know. You don't. We can totally see you. Damn.
Yeah.
It's the high passive perception.
Okay. But okay, now it's proper party talk time.
Yeah.
Because okay. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
We need another cart. And
Yeah, we've
horses,
lost our
I guess.
cart. Oh,
We just
horses.
got that one.
Yeah, it's burning right now. It's in flames and it's basically gone.
I mean, do you want the
Says
good news or the
embers.
bad news?
Our horses are dead. I think maybe if we were to salvage something, it would be those spikes on the rolling pins.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was specifically going to say, you guys would recall that there were no other horses there. So you couldn't even go back and get more.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
But
And we need to keep going, and if Dribbly can carry it and or I can carry it, we should just go.
Well, I mean, how's the cart? Is the cart usable?
Oh,
No.
the
Is it
cart's
burning
it's on fire. It's embers.
yeah, pretty thoroughly charred.
We could go get the damaged cart we left and use that, but otherwise, I mean, he's the size of a horse, so he can pull the cart.
That would definitely be exhausting for a single horse-sized entity to do.
Like we're only about just over an hour out from the Underdark. So
I mean, purely for the sake of time, I think the best that you're going to be able to do is go get another cart or the broken cart, probably another cart.
yeah,
And you might have to pay for it this time, and you're not going to have anything to pull it except the druids or Dribbly.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, something that's specifically like just a small cart that the rest of us walk beside. But that means that at least we have something that can carry the brazier.
The brazier, yes.
Brazier, yeah.
Beacon.
Well, they will get to see me again, I guess.
Yeah, so I think you guys, just
What's for dinner?
pretty quickly, you guys probably swoop in, grab another cart, and come back. And so we kind of end like roughly like right here, but with like
yeah, just
a
something
different cart.
about the same size as the brazier. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can absolutely do that without too much of an issue. And I will say that that's going to have us starting here as you guys come out of this little passageway 2 hours into this first day. 3 hours. And I think we'll probably wrap up there. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, thank you all so much for coming. I seriously appreciate it. Tomorrow we will be having Poultry Panic 2, Wrath of the Poultrygeist. So I hope to see you guys here at 1 p.m. PST tomorrow. That should be fun. A different, mostly a different group. Partially like 50-50. Anyway, yeah, let's see who we can read real quick. Sure. Let's go say hi to Devi. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic evening. That's the wrong thing. We will catch you guys next time. And before I forget, as always, great gaming.
Take care of them.